Donovan, how does it feel for it to be Tuesday, February 3rd, 9:27 a.m.? Nick Sirianni still running your football team, and he will be for the foreseeable future, for at least next season.
Hey, man, listen. My quarterback's a Pro Bowler. I got something. It's okay.
Browns fans can say that too. That doesn't mean anything.
I'm okay.
Officially, the Pro Bowl is dead in history of being a meaningful accomplishment. It's officially in the dirt. You can never mention it again.
I will.
Nevertheless. Well, with that being said, we're not here today to talk about Nick Sirianni. We're damn sure not here today to talk about Jalen Hurts. Damn sure not here today to talk about Shedeur Sanders of the Pro Bowl. We are going to grade every single NFL head coaching hire from this cycle. 10 coaches have been fired and now subsequently replaced this. I shouldn't even say offseason because it all happened in the span of the playoffs. We're here today to grade all those. After that, we're going to do even more Super Bowl preview, which we started last week. More previewing of the big game, talking about the commercials. Cardi B, the commercials.
What are we talking about right now?
You can do all that today.
I have zero clue what's going on.
Commercials.
I get it, but zero clue.
So with that being said, let's cue the intro music, talk about NFL head coaches, and talk about the Super Bowl. I can't believe we have 10 head coaching vacancies this year in a year that it was thought to be a relatively weak coaching pool.
That's like 1/4 of the league or something like that. That's
Damn, that was
crazy.
horrible math.
1/4, 1/3 of the league, same shit.
It's not.
It's not at all.
Yeah.
What team should we start with?
The Giants. It's fresh. It's new. New era.
It's fresh. It's new. Because 20 minutes ago, it was confirmed that John Harbaugh is signing Matt Nagy to be his offensive coordinator. So we can start with the New York Giants. We're going through and we're grading every single coaching hire. We got to talk about how good they are compared to the coach they're replacing, how it fits the talent pool, how it fits the direction of the team. Where does your mind go first, Donovan, when you think about John Harbaugh coming in to save this terrible-ass New York franchise?
I think that the Eagles have about 3 more years to top the NFC East.
Oh, my God.
Because I don't know. I don't think it's I see the vision. I think bringing in John Harbaugh, I think for teams that have been floundering for a while, and it's funny when you say taking out the Super Bowls, but because the highs have been high for the Giants in the last 20 years, they've had those moments. But when you take those out, this team is no different from the Jets that everybody looks at and is saying this team is one of the the worst run teams in the league and their culture is bad and they never get anything together. Their offensive line was a mess for years. They've had so much turnover. The end of the Eli era was so bad. They've had so many bad coaches over the last 6 to 8 years. Bringing in somebody like John Harbaugh, right now the goal shouldn't be Super Bowl, should be competency. And so I think that John Harbaugh can get you to a place like that. The problem is, and where I understand the criticism of the John Harbaugh stuff is, over the last year or two, we've all been having this recalibration on how we feel about CEO head coaches and guys like him. And it's if you want to rock like that, that's cool. Your coordinator hires just have to be on point. They have to be inspiring and this, that, and the third. Matt Nagy is not the most inspiring offensive coordinator hire. So now I'm looking at everything that you have and it's okay, your best player, Malik Neighbors, is coming off a torn ACL and many other injuries that apparently his knee was just messed up. Cam Scatterbo's leg was broken in 2 pieces. Jackson Dart gets a concussion every 3 plays. How are you going to be able to take that nucleus with Matt Nagy and turn this into a team that can get 9 wins in the NFC? I have no idea. So I'm giving the Harbaugh hire a B- out of process. But with the Nagy hire, I'll probably drop it down to a C+.
Matt Nagy is the John Harbaugh of offensive coordinators. This is the most on-brand hiring you'd expect from a coach who is, like you said, the old school CEO coach that had his best days 15 years ago and is coasting on that. Still a good, competent coach, but isn't innovative, isn't mind-blowing, isn't this crazy schematic plus value that does things in a way that clearly add value to the team on the field. I feel like I can say all those things about Matt Nagy. Someone who has been an offensive coordinator that calls plays, has recently been an offensive coordinator that does not call plays and focuses on the day-to-day coordination of the side of the ball while Andy Reid calls the plays. He can flex on the both sides, obviously, and isn't incompetent. There's been years where he's been good in both those roles, but he's not blowing you away. And I feel like when you hire John Harbaugh and you do all that, the idea, I assume from a fan base, is to sell yourself on the fact that, okay, maybe he brings along a young offensive mind and kind of adds in some new ideas with his old ones. Does what Jim Harbaugh just did and hire Mike McDaniel, bring in the X's and O's guys to offset his lack of specialty there. This is exactly what you said. Uninspiring. It's the opposite of what I just described.
Yeah, it's trying to get it. It feels very safe. It feels very much like I'm not trying to go out like Pete Carroll did.
Yes.
And because even bringing in Chip Kelly, like you would think that after Chip Kelly revived his image, like, okay, we can get somewhere with that. That still is a little bit like somewhat of a swing to try and bring Chip Kelly back into the NFL after he was doing everything at Ohio State. I think the Matt Nagy stuff is just interesting because for the last 7 years, regardless of what his position has been, whether it's been offensive coordinator or head coach, I haven't felt great about him doing his job. Like the entire Bears tenure is like, And then you have, whether fair or not to solely put it on Matt Nagy, and it's not 100% his fault, but the offense under Matt Nagy in Kansas City has looked as bad as it has in the Mahomes era. Yeah. Obviously, there's so many other things that go into it, but we're going to see also, like, I'm interested to see what the Chiefs offense looks like this year with Bieniemy coming back into the building and seeing like how it looks when he's running it and then with, running it.
Yeah, you keep saying running it. I'm more inclined to think these guys don't have much impact at all.
It's very... relatively. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm more inclined to think.
And that's why running is also in quotes, but just like your influence on that offense, on that system, I need to see what that's like. If the goal is competency, fine, we can get there. There's a couple pieces, but there also is a lot of building up that you have to do with again the fact that people are coming back from injury.
Yeah, I agree, but I think that's the complete and utter goal, just being competent, being mad regular instead of starting the season out in like back-to-back years, 2-7 or 2-8 or whatever they were. I think this move right here is the ultimate, not ceiling raiser at all, but floor raiser, and that's what he does up until this point, John Harbaugh specifically. So I don't know about you. I don't know if I agree with the C+ grade. I think it can't be any lower than like a B, considering all the stuff that they have backpiled when it comes to like their weapons and Dexter and all that. Now, of course, the weapons are very specific and they come with caution in every regard, when you talk about them. But behind those guys, they have or at least this past draft, they've done really well, and they have things brewing along the sidelines to lend them to like a 9-win season or potentially a 10-win season.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is all you could ask for.
You laid out why I think the John Harbaugh thing and the like hype around him because of his name was a little probably overstated to what I think it probably should have been. But if there was ever going to be a team that needs everything that he brings and the reason he gets that hype, it is the Giants. Like you said, to not start the season off with 2 wins in your first 10 games, like that is such a big step that if this were any other team, like if the Bills were to do this exact same thing, run Josh Allen, I would be like, what are we doing? You fire Sean McDermott for that? Or even like, I'm trying to think of other openings that happened right now. If the Titans did this, maybe I would still be like, I'd rather have just a little more something cutting edge around Cam Ward when you have so much room to go and you're just getting started the rebuild. Mm-hmm. But the Giants, like everything you just laid out, are uniquely positioned that from an ownership top-down perspective, they just need to win games above all else. They aren't necessarily in a Super Bowl window. This might even be the like coaching duo before the coaching duo that gets them back on the right track. And you can imagine 2 years from now that they move on from Matt Nagy and have a different offensive mind that comes in and like builds on what they've been doing these next 2 years, getting regular. It's a fine stepping stone, I guess, is a takeaway.
The question that I have especially for a lot of like the older coaches and the ones who are like in their 60s on their second stop, stuff like that, is one, how long do you expect to be there? And two, how long does the franchise expect you to be there? Because, and obviously,
I'm sure as long as those check comes, they don't mind being there as long as possible.
Well, I'm saying because the Giants haven't had a lot of patience for their coaches. Like Dave Bull got fired in the middle of the year. He probably should have been fired at the end of last year. But since Tom Coughlin left in 2015, they had 2 years of Bob McAdoo, 2 years of Pat Shurmur, and McAdoo got fired in the middle of his second year. 2 years of Bob McAdoo, 2 years of Pat Shurmur, 2 years of Joe Judge, and then 4 years of Brian Daboll. The regime turns over pretty quickly.
Yo, they have no patience at all.
You know
That's crazy.
It turns over quickly because they keep hiring unknown coordinators that in the time are good hires that make sense. They're sought after names, but they're not proven head coaches. So it makes sense why having so many misses of that type of guy that go towards the most proven guy they could possibly find.
Yeah.
And I'm sure at the time they thought they were getting Todd Monken along with it, who went to the Browns as head coach, and now you're stuck with this. So if we graded this a week and a half ago, maybe we'd give like a B+ to A. Now, as you see the fact that Jesse Minter filled out an entire staff before John Harbaugh could find an OC, Todd Monken went to the Browns and brought along an OC that maybe the Giants were looking at trying to bring with him to New York. It's not. The weeks go on, the less exciting it gets.
Damn, man.
But B overall, it's probably fine for the John Harbaugh hire.
Yeah, exactly. They get competency. That's all they could ask for.
But man, John Harbaugh and Matt Nagy stinks. That it stinks, and not that it'll be bad. They can win games. They'll probably be a better team, but it stinks when you look around and see everything else. I don't think a Giants fan would be happy at this moment.
Who's the?
They might be. We're trying to get to 8. We're trying to get to 8 to 9 wins.
Who's
That's
the
it.
Matt Nagy of the NBA?
The Matt Nagy of the
Doc
NBA.
Rivers?
No. Doc Rivers doesn't have nearly. Matt Nagy doesn't have nearly the stink of Doc Rivers. Matt Nagy is just very regular. He was a failed head coach that is now in his. No, he is. He's Nate McMillan. I think he's the offensive.
I'm the wrong person to talk to when it comes to that.
Well, yeah, a Bears fan would also wouldn't have good things to say about Matt Nagy as a head coach. I think Nate McMillan is the offensive coordinator for JJ Redick right now. I think he runs a lot of the sets they do, and he's like fine there. But it's like I'm not like thank God we have Nate McMillan.
Yeah,
it's like fucking fine.
Okay.
So yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah,
average head coach that was a good
it.
assistant before, and now he's back to being an assistant.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's shift over to a hire that will probably excite us a whole lot more. What I think is probably the best hire from my extremely unbiased perspective. Jesse Minter, hired by the Baltimore Ravens. This was the most telegraphable hiring of the entire summer. I keep saying summer. It's not the offseason yet. Of the winter. He worked for them several years ago with Mike McDonald. Came up in the Ravens building. Went to go coach in college. And then came back to the NFL with Jim Harbaugh to run the Chargers defense. Was extraordinary over the last 2 years. It has been written in the stars that he was going to go back to the Ravens as soon as we knew that John Harbaugh was fired, and it happened as expected. He brought along a damn good staff with him. It's filled with incredibly smart people up and down the roster. How are we feeling about this? What are we rating this?
A+.
A+.
Yeah.
This is like the new version of your like super smart OC version of that. Let's do that, but under the Mike McDonald tree in terms of let's do that, but on the defensive side of the football. That's what Jesse Minter is. And to have somebody like Minter who can come in and coach up a defense like this Ravens defense multiple times over the past couple of years have had moments where they have absolutely collapsed, or either they've collapsed or they haven't started the season well, and then all of a sudden they tell Kyle Hamilton, they say, listen, it is on you. You have to go fix it. If Jesse Minter can get to a spot where he can just use Kyle Hamilton not as a stopgap, not as a dam to stop everything from flooding, and just use him as an actual piece and allow this defense to actually progress alongside Lamar Jackson, now we're getting to a spot that you actually want to be in. Yeah,
and you hired Declan Doyle as offensive coordinator, coming over from the Bears, who was the offensive coordinator for Ben Johnson this season. He's allowed to come over to the Ravens because now he's the play caller. So it's a promotion technically, and they get him. They bring in Anthony Weaver as DC. That trio of coaches, as far as schematics go, you really can't ask for better. Like, that's really peak in terms of getting smart guys in the building. And you just got to hope that Jesse Minter has it in him to scale up and do the CEO stuff while maintaining his defensive play calling excellence that got him here.
Yeah.
And you look at the talent on the field, Jesse Minter turned Odafe Owe, who the Ravens just got rid of because he wasn't producing, into a 7.5 sack guy in like 10 games. He is fantastic at getting the most out of every single player on his roster. And as far as stars go, he had Derwin James, one of the best big safeties that can play physical around the line of scrimmage, play in the nickel, play up high a little bit, kind of be a linebacker, rush the passer, do all this versatile stuff. Who does that sound like? Kyle motherfucking Hamilton. He gets an even better version. The talent makes sense around Jesse Minter. The fit with the roster to the coaches he brought in is great. Everything about this inspires confidence.
Dude, out of all the departures, outside of Mike Tomlin leaving, I haven't seen anything on social media when it comes to players who had their coach leave. I haven't seen players give so much respect to someone like Jesse Minter. And when it comes to the CEO stuff and, leading men and all that other shit, I have no doubt in my mind that he's not going to leave a strong impact and be the face of really retooling this fucking team, fixing their goddamn pass rush, and overall obviously their entire defense that just gets a blitz for the first 7 games in back-to-back seasons. This is an A plus. A plus, the best hire so far.
Okay, so I did say A plus. I'm thinking about it now. I'm gonna drop it down to A minus. Only because if this was anybody else, like, and obviously like we think very highly of Jesse Minter, but you have Lamar Jackson in his prime and this team that is trying to get to the Super Bowl, a team that last year going into last year we were all saying like they should be competing in the Final Four. They should be minimum in a conference championship game. To go there, and now you have a first time head coach take over this team that feels like ready, like ready to win. The pressure is on right now. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I would want to go with like a Mike McCarthy type in this situation.
Yeah, so what do you want then?
First time head coach feels weird though.
Does it? Most of the, I mean, you had to take risks to find the next geniuses.
I understand that. I just feel like with the specific situation that the Ravens are in with like this much pressure, I'm again not like Mike McCarthy where it's like 63 and like you're clearly on your like fourth stop as a head coach. I don't need like that much of a retread, but maybe like one time a retread, maybe.
I mean, I guess in theory, it's something to note as like a potential downside because we don't know if Jesse Minter can handle the job. But like in practice, like you look around, you want to think of Brian Dable, like you want them to like. I don't know if it's making me grade it less because Jesse Minter still is one of the best people on this market. So if there happened to be someone that's also a genius, also a perfect fit, also been there before, but has 1 or 2 years, I guess. But those guys don't become available. They get fired for a reason if they're in that type of opportunity. So if you're going to have that middle ground you're describing, would you rather have Kevin Stefanski? That's kind of the middle ground you're talking about?
I'm not. Maybe.
Really?
Robert Saleh?
Maybe. I mean, I think a little bit more highly of Stefanski than Saleh. But I think also like it's just very much it's putting a lot on
for sure.
on Jesse Minter's plate.
And that's the job.
It is. But it's different than really any of the other jobs. The Ravens job and the Bills job are the two jobs that are different than anybody else. Yeah. Because you have these two teams that have been hitting their head against the wall. You have these two teams that have these Hall of Fame, trajectory quarterbacks. Nobody else has that. And even if you were in another, on another team with a solid quarterback, like if you were taking over, and I don't know, insert team here with the seventh best quarterback, you're not expecting to win the Super Bowl the very next year. You have a couple years of leeway. You have to hit the ground running. You have to make sure that this pick isn't A plus. That's the only thing where I think it adds a little bit more pressure to Jesse Minter's plate. And if you feel that way, then you feel that way. I just feel like it's something that like is slightly like, it's just interesting.
Yeah, it certainly does add pressure, and it's certainly worth noting. I think that's a different statement than it makes me think lesser of it or that they shouldn't have done it. But it's definitely the most important element of all this for Jesse Minter, obviously. He has, of all these head coaching candidates that just got hired, aside from maybe the guy who did the Bills, like you said, probably does have the most pressure of any hire this cycle.
Yeah, 100%.
The Ravens don't mess up. They don't fail. Like, they don't have down periods. They don't have tanking years. All they do is succeed. And they're putting their faith in you to be the next version of that, to be the new John Harbaugh, to be what Mike McDonald should have been if we didn't let him leave. Like, you have to succeed. Otherwise, it's going to be hell to pay.
Yeah, which is why even with my hesitations, I still feel better about this than the Bills hire.
Yeah, and also, like, there's no reason to trust that Jesse Minter can't succeed doing that. Like, he came up and learned under Jim Harbaugh, who was one of the most, like, CEO type guys to learn from. He was with him for a lot of years. We know that he's going to maintain defensive play calling, so he already adds value there in the same way an offensive coordinator would that we hype up so much. Yes, it's worth noting it's his first time. There's nothing to pinpoint to say it can't. Like, that we should be concerned relative to any other first-time head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So, A++, man. I can't... How are the Chargers going to survive losing him?
When it comes to your defense overall, outside of like all the statistics, when it comes to the individuals that you might retain next season, how talented do you think you guys are on that end?
The Chargers?
Yeah.
Not very. They're not very talented.
Exactly.
It was mostly Jesse Minter, but they hired Chris O'Leary as their new defensive coordinator, who 2 years ago was the safeties coach with Jesse Minter when he was a DC. He went to go coach in college for 1 year as a DC and then came back to the Chargers.
Same play.
It's this incubation plan. They send Jim Harbaugh sends the guys to go get college jobs in BDC, get more responsibility, and come back and be next in line. So you're happy with the process. I'm assuming he's going to run a very similar scheme and take a lot of the principles. But yeah, there's also the element that Jesse Minter might bring some of the Chargers' best defensive free agents with him. He saved Dante Jackson's career. He had a great year, graded out as one of the best corners you could have got for that price point. Smells like a Raven to me. If you're Dante Jackson, why wouldn't you want to stick with the coach that made you your best?
Damn.
I don't know the situation because Odafe Owe got traded by the Ravens. Those guys are gone. Who's to say you can't come back and stick with Jesse Minter?
It's crazy.
They're kind of weird, but
That's crazy.
there's a lot of free agents that could go with him.
Yeah.
Damn. Moving over to the NFC to get our third coach that we're going to grade today. Let's go. Kevin Stefanski, hired by the Atlanta Falcons. How do we feel about this? Obviously, of all the coaches hired in this cycle, the least wins in the last 2 years in an utter shit show.
Specifically as a record at 8-26 the last 2 years.
Not great, but before that, 2-time coach of the year with the Browns. Helped orchestrate the rise of Kirk Cousins in 2019 with the Vikings. Clearly a known quantity as a very highly respected offensive mind. Coming into a team that has very respected offensive star power and a young quarterback that is still young. So that could mean he could get good. You never know. And you need an offensive mind that can get the most of him when he comes back from injury. That'd be Michael Penix. And they kept their defensive coordinator on that side of the ball that was thriving last year. Do we have faith in Stefanski to bring more of the good that we've seen from him and less of the stench of the last 2 years?
Absolutely.
And where does that grade out?
I think this is a C+. I think he'll probably be a better head coach for them compared to what they had previously in Raheem Morris. Offensively, he already has like so much more talent. Obviously, like the quarterback question is still insane. He just has terrible luck when it comes to that, obviously. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, you got Bijan, Drake London. They still have like other questions to answer when it comes to their wide receiver. They have to figure out what they want to do with Kyle Pitts and all that. The defense is already there. They like brought in really like a whole new regime. Matt Ryan's there. They got what's his name? Cunningham. Came from the Bears, I think. What's his name?
What are you referencing?
Their new GM.
Oh, the new GM. Yeah, I forget Cunningham. But yeah.
So C. Cunningham. I forget his first name. But yeah, they got him too. They got a whole new regime. I think once they figure out the quarterback thing, this is probably going to be like a 2-3 year process. But overall, C+, very inspiring.
Yeah, worth noting that Matt Ryan has the ear of the owner. He has a new role. Essentially, I think he's like president of basketball operations that you see in the NBA sometimes, where he works with the GM and is like a guiding light, being the guy that helps the GM and the owner be on the same page and just like have a respected voice in there. And this was his first move, is bringing in Kevin Stefanski. There was, as soon as it was hired, they put out a video of Matt Ryan introducing him, kind of seemingly like taking the onus of like, this is my guy, at least from a visual team, like PR standpoint. Felt that way too in the process. They went on him very early on. Makes sense to bring an offensive guy in that has head coaching experience, something that you definitely want after the Raheem Morris thing failed for the things outside of X's and O's. Raheem Morris was a bad game manager, lost the locker room, all that type of stuff. A guy that, to your point, isn't a first-time head coach. You bring the stability plus the X's and O's. Kind of makes sense to me on paper. Is there any part of you that's concerned that maybe there is more that was his fault than just the terrible offensive talent in the past 2 years?
I mean, yes, but I'm putting a majority of the onus on the offensive talent. Yeah. Like when you give,
let me be blunt.
Listen, when
do you think Kevin Stefanski's racist?
The people of Atlanta would like to know your opinion.
Obviously, I'm joking. For those who aren't terminally online, Atlanta fans have been absolutely insane about the Shedeur Sanders Kevin Stefanski thing.
Yo, dude, after seeing all that, I tried to change my birth certificate and where I was born at, bro.
Is there,
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's obviously just nothing.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I mean, do you
I
think,
don't know. Maybe.
Do you think there's something to the fact that maybe he has like a lack of aura, like
lack of aura,
not actually aura, but like respect and like just how the last 2 years went? Is there any type of like, in the same way we talk about John Harbaugh not inspiring confidence, could you understand if Falcons fans don't have confidence in him? I guess is what I'm getting at.
Maybe, but I also think that like, look at the logo that's on his chest. Right?
Yeah,
like he was coaching for the Browns, and even Baker, the moment Baker left Cleveland, it was spooky for a little bit too. Mm-hmm. He was out there in Carolina with the Rams. He looked all types of wild. And then you get to Tampa and you actually get to a situation where it's solid and it's somewhat stable. And now he's Baker Mayfield. He's getting MVP votes at the start of the year. He can do all the things and move the way that he moves. I think with Stefanski, it's the same thing. And the Browns over the last 2 to 3 years, there's a very clear pre-Nasty Man, post-Nasty Man.
Yep.
And when you give Nasty Man that much money and fully guarantee it, it messes up your books 100%, and you can't do anything. And then when all of your hopes and dreams are now riding on this guy to come in and save your offense, and he blows out his Achilles And even whenever he's on the field, he's the worst quarterback that we've seen in like the last 10 years.
Wow.
That's a problem. So I think that him going to Atlanta, where their problem is not that they're bad. Their problem is that they are notoriously mid.
Yeah.
They range from 7 to 10 to 9 and 8 all the time. That is their range. You want somebody who can go in there and get you 11 wins. When you have that much talent, I do have faith in Stefanski that he can come in and get them 2 extra wins a year, especially in a division that just got won by a team that went 8 and 9.
100%. I agree. I think something that I've come to learn is that the stench and stink of the Cleveland Browns is something that I've never seen before in all of sports, and maybe only comparable to like the Sacramento Kings, since they only had like 1.5 good years or so. But to see how like, your O-line needs to be completely worked out. We don't know what's going to happen with your running back situation. Your best receiving group, your best receiving core is not even your receivers at this moment in time. It's your fucking tight ends. They have nothing going for them, obviously outside of their defense. Offensively, they have nothing going for them at all. And so it's so hard for me to not want to give them like a B- for this grade. But I know deep down in my heart, I kind of want to, considering where they came from, considering how there were times where I'll be watching Falcons game and I'm like seeing Bijan Robinson after having like crazy rushing quarters for the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, not do anything in the fourth quarter, and him not being even in the game for certain key moments. It's like malpractice. So going from someone who won Coach of the Year, someone who's widely respected, someone who's like clearly one of the more respected offensive minds, just be a part of this nucleus now with some of the best talent he's had outside of the quarterback in a long time. It's a B in my heart, B- in my heart. I just don't want to say it though.
You can say it. There's no reason not to say it.
B-.
There you go. I don't know. There's no reason to be reserved. It's a good hire. They didn't get the best person on the market, but they got one of the best for their needs.
Yes. And now it puts a lot of pressure on Michael Penix. You have to be the guy.
You give him any more pressure. You even say that word, he might roll his ankle, bro. Don't say that. Is that bad?
Yeah, he does have to be the guy. But the division is extremely winnable, and it's really, really interesting now that the Falcons fix their defense and have a competent defense to go along with the skill position players that they have. And I'm walking into next year, again, before the draft, before free agency, and I think that the Falcons should win the NFC South right now.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens with the Saints and see what kind of draft they have and kind of free agency they have. I think they might be sneaky good next year.
Yeah.
But you're right. The Falcons are primed. Like, on paper, they're going to have the most star talent on this division, I think. Depending on, actually, let me not say that because the Buccaneers still have good high-end talent. But they should be in the running for that conversation. They should have the best high-end parts of the roster. The low-end parts of the roster, like the offensive line, will be better with good health this year. They lost 2 starting offensive linemen very early in the season. The coaching will be better. The play calling will be better. They don't really have any excuse not to win it, barring injuries, obviously.
Last 2 years, 8-9, 8-9.
2 talented edge rushers going to year 2, presumably should get better after promising rookie years. Like, they should feel pretty good, I think. Yeah. And I know, like, they're not allowed to feel good because they're Atlanta fans. And, like, they just, like you said, destined for mid. It's almost like written in the stars. It's illegal to expect anything other than mid.
It's a part of the U.S. Constitution.
Yeah. I might expect a little better than mid now if I'm a Falcons fan. I feel pretty good.
We will see.
And you know what? Because of that, I'm going to go away.
Wow.
I haven't said a single bad thing why I should not feel good about this hire. Yeah. So that's an A to me.
Wow. We're getting to the top end of mid. We're getting to 9-8 this year. We will have a winning record.
That's a win for them.
Like, what's stopping them from winning 10 games? Oh, never mind. Michael Penix.
Yeah. Who knows what
he's coming off an ACL there, so that's a big question mark. So let me not say it's all for sure, but pretty much everything else I feel solid about.
That is crazy. They haven't won 10 games since 2017.
That's nuts,
That's
man.
wild.
That's crazy.
Next head coaching hire. What do we grade? Robert Saleh going to the Tennessee Titans, getting his second head coaching opportunity after spending a couple years with the Jets in an utter disaster, being victim to Aaron Rodgers and the wake he left behind him. But also, there's a lot of personality-based stuff that it didn't go well for at the end of that tenure. He went out in a pretty ugly fashion to the fans. So the hope now is that he learned from that and is better equipped to handle the responsibilities of that job and not be a terror. Do we feel good about that with a young team like Tennessee? Look how fucking bald this guy is.
No, it's very shiny.
Timeout. Robert Saleh, bald. Brian DeBall, bald. Gus Bradley, bald. I'm noticing something right now. They're starting a whole new wave, and I respect it. It's an A+. I love the movement. I fuck with it heavy.
Is Cam Ward gonna go shiny?
That's what they said. That's what they said.
So Brian Daboll is the offensive coordinator here as well. So to go with the head coach that is a second-time head coach, but still very young, they bring in another coordinator that also has head coaching experience. So that's a nice little duo of people that have been there before and have schematic advantages, I think, that you feel good about them on their play calling side and kind of bring together the best of what they learned in their careers as head coaches.
Mm-hmm.
The Saleh hire, going B+ there.
Okay.
I think he is. I think he's a good coach, and even though that like the Jets' tenure didn't end well, there were still moments, especially at the beginning, where there was still a little bit of hope, where you can see the Jets like overperforming and being coached up and still riding for their guy. It wasn't until Mr. Rogers got there that everything completely went off the rails. But I would have that at like a B+. The Daboll hire brings it to an A.
Okay, you like that a lot?
I really do. Now you are cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have somebody who for Daboll has worked with Josh Allen, has worked with Jackson Dart, has worked with these young quarterbacks and been in the room when they are in their developmental stages. And you have an opportunity to do that with Cam Ward as well, who has a crazy arm, who has really, really good arm talent. I like that direction. I think both of them are cooking. And then to bring in Gus Bradley on the defensive side of the ball. Now, Gus Bradley, listen, he going to do what Gus Bradley does, right? We going to play cover 3 and we just going to be out here.
Well, this is the one team that maybe getting Gus Bradley is okay.
Yeah.
Because you have a defensive head coach that's going to run the Robert Saleh scheme.
Exactly.
Not the 2010 Gus Bradley scheme. So I'm assuming they hired Gus Bradley because he's another guy with lots of head coaching experience and lots just coaching experience in general, as obviously the oldest guy on the staff that can help bring in more and more wisdom to, like I said, a coach like Robert Saleh that I'm sure is very aware of why things didn't go well for him on the Jets. That besides the Aaron Rodgers of it all, besides the talent and Jets of it all, some of it can be chalked up to lack of experience managing all the stresses of that role.
Yeah, and this like we're starting from ground zero with the Titans. You have Cam Ward and you're building up from there. And so to have somebody like Gus Bradley who has seen a lot and can help you along that process, that's also good too. But with Saleh, it's kind of the same thing as Stefanski. Look at the logo on his chest. That was there before. And anybody who is associated with the Jets, it's probably going to be a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably not going to have your best moments when you are working for that franchise. And we've seen in the moments after it, we've seen what he just did with San Francisco. We saw what he did as a consultant with Green Bay. Like, he's been around, he's been successful in other spots. I think giving him a second chance with a guy that at this point is going to be the most talented quarterback that he's worked with. This is an actual fair shot to have an assessment of Robert Saleh. And I think that for the Titans, getting these two guys in terms of Saleh and Daboll to start your coaching staff with, that's an A for me. Yeah.
Top 5 in a lot of key categories as a defense whenever he was with the Jets. They weren't bad because of the defense. He did his job on his side of the ball. So assuming that Daboll can do his job, you feel good about the minds there. But this is probably the one of all the teams they named so far. Need some patience.
Yeah.
Roster still stinks. They still got to get the pieces on both sides of the ball to really maximize this thing. Nail this draft. Spend some of that money in free agency. Hopefully on some game changers that are a little better than spending $20 million on Dan Moore Jr.
Give Cam Ward some fucking help. Give him some fucking receivers, please, for the life of God.
Give him some weapons and give Robert Saleh the necessary defensive players to really implement his vision. They need talent up and down the roster. It's nice to have Jeffrey Simmons as a building block. Not a single good edge player on that roster right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But overall,
listen,
A plus.
We got a couple picks. This team and like their outlook really is going to depend on what the draft looks like. Like you said, they're going to need a transformational draft. It's going to have to be kind of the same way that the Jets had a couple years ago when they got Sauce and Garrett Wilson, which is also funny that you drafted two like pro bowlers, like very, very good players in the first round, nailed it. Team still
matter.
But if you can get a Sauce Gardner and a Garrett Wilson in this situation with Cam Ward, it's going to be much, much better than what you were working with in New York.
Yeah. And then I like the vibes of it, of Robert Saleh, the young Cam Ward team starting from scratch. It all feels good.
There's also the revenge factor where now he can coach against Like he can coach against Liam Cohen 2 times a year. We talk so much about the Ben Johnson, Matt LaFleur hate. We got real hate here.
You do.
Robert Saleh was out here trying to fight people. We can get that 2 times a year. I like this. He took this job out of revenge. I respect that.
I'm sure that was the leading factor of him deciding to come to Tennessee. That alone. Piecing up Liam Cohen. Next one. Let's go to a hire that isn't actually official, but it's official.
But we know.
After the Super Bowl concludes, the Las Vegas Raiders are apparently going to hire Klint Kubiak of the Seattle Seahawks, the architect of the offense that has exploited this team this year, taking them from fringe playoff team in terms of expectations to, in the Super Bowl, again, we're recording this Tuesday, February 3rd, might be the Super Bowl champions. By the time you're hearing this next week or whenever you're listening to this, they're the favorites in the Super Bowl. We all up here expect them to win. And in large part, it's because of what Klint Kubiak has brought to that offense this year, revolutionizing what they do with the heavy formations, revolutionizing what they do, building off of those heavy formations with explosive passes out of those multiple tight end sets, allowing JSN to have a breakout year, allowing a, like I said, heavy set offense that succeeds without having a good run game really at all. It really has been a coaching just marvel, what we've seen from Klint Kubiak this year. No surprise he's getting a head coaching job. Now he goes to a Vegas team who's going to pair him with Fernando Mendoza, Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, and a whole lot of cap space. Is he the guy to save this broke-ass team?
Man, I have no idea. I have no idea. There's a couple teams in this league where when I see that logo, I get nervous. Yeah. And the Raiders are that team. And especially me personally, coming off the year that I just had with the Raiders.
Your expectations are mad high. You're right.
But here's the thing. They're doing the opposite of what they did last year. They went towards the retread of all retreads, the oldest coach in the motherfucking NFL, and Pete Carroll, hoping he could make them competent after they missed out on their initial plan to get Ben Johnson. Tom Brady was all in on getting Ben Johnson. That was the goal from day one. They didn't pick him. I mean, he didn't pick them. Pivoted to going the opposite way and getting Pete Carroll. Now we're going back to this initial plan. They knew from the jump they need to get a young, up-and-coming, genius offensive mind, do the meta everybody else is doing. We're in an era where offensive, schematics in general, are more valuable than ever with how much the game has changed in the last 5 years. People that are on the cutting edge are providing more value than ever. Klint Kubiak is on the cutting edge of the cutting edge. I don't know if he's as good of a prospect as Ben Johnson was. He was a guy who spent several years being picky because he knew he was going to be able to pick any job he wants at any point, really. Klint Kubiak's a step down from that, but not a big step. So if you wanted them to get Ben Johnson, it feels good to see that practice kind of come back this season.
Yeah, and I think having Kubiak in the building, and probably one of the more encouraging things is the fact that this regime was able and willing to get rid of Pete Carroll after 1 year.
Yes.
And that they didn't hold on to Pete Carroll and say, no, this is our guy. And like, we did not mess up. We didn't make a mistake. They, as soon as we got to midway in the season, they're like, yeah, it's done. Like we messed up here. The Geno Pete Carroll thing didn't work out. Now we can go somewhere else and see where we're going, because clearly we are not as close to the mountaintop that we think that we are. So that gives me a little bit of encouragement. I think for this specific hire, I'm gonna go A for them. I think it's smart. I think the process has been good. I think that they have identified the guy that they want, and being that you have the number 1 overall pick and you know that you're gonna get a quarterback, getting an offensive guy to help transition Fernando Mendoza into the pro game is very nice. I will give them an A.
Yeah, I agree. Going back to what Isaac said about how he really maximized this run game with the dire talent that they've had. Not dire talent, but just whatever talent. I think he's going to go in there and do the obvious thing, which is build through the trenches. They already have guys who can make real differences in games, and Ashton Genty and Brock Bowers and all that. And then assuming they get Fernando Mendoza too. A+, I don't know how anyone can hate this.
Yeah, he built a good play action base passing scheme without having an efficient run game. Because even though they drafted Gray Zabel and Charles Cross is having a good year, better than he was last year, the Seahawks offensive line still is not a strength of the team. They're good to expect them to want to upgrade 1 to 2 starter spots this summer. So going to a team that has potentially the worst offensive line in the NFL, here's a guy that's equipped to make the most of it. Now, with that being said, they still need to dedicate as many draft picks, as much free agency money as possible to getting that offensive line in a much, 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 much better state Pretty much nobody could have succeeded with the state it was in last year. It was absolutely horrendous. Made Ashton Genty look regular as fuck. Made Geno Smith look probably more washed than he really is because he was in such a dire state. So that's going to be an important part of being able to give Klint Kubiak a chance. They need to get some of these premier free agents on the offensive line. And but also, they have Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer already. Go sign another blocking tight end. Those guys are available left and right.
True.
That's a pretty goddamn good group to do these 3 tight end sets that we know Klint Kubiak loves.
They better fix Ashton Genty. I think that's the number one thing. And I think it's also, obviously, like you have Mendoza and you have to bring over that thing. You spend a very, very high draft pick on this running back.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make sure that you get as much value out of him as
and I
possible.
think they will. I think there's no way they don't. Like, there's no way they leave this free agency without 2 new starters at least.
Yeah.
Are they going to be good starters?
They have a lot of money to spend, so I would hope so. When I say that, I mean like premier talents. Like, they go out and get some guys. So hopefully. Actually, I don't care at all if they succeed or not, but hopefully for their sake, that happens, because I have no doubt in Genty's talents. And actually, now I'm thinking about it, as somebody who has Brock Bowers in a dynasty football league, this is incredible. He's gonna go ape shit. All the crossing routes and big chunk plays they drew up with JSN. Imagine they can draw that up from their tight end in these condensed sets with Brock Bowers and put him at the slot. He moves incredibly well from the slot. He can do a lot of that JSN route tree. Now, obviously, different players, but not that different.
You can do that. You should also be praying on their downfall, though. They are in your division.
I don't really gotta pray. I just gotta exist when the Raiders fail. So I'm not gonna be putting sweat into it. I'm not really worried about it.
It's punch it down like crazy.
I'm not worried about it at all, to be honest. Like earlier in the season when you were like, the Chargers are gonna be worse than the Raiders. I was like, you don't know. Yeah, I've never had to worry about this. But yeah, great hire. Solid A. I don't know much about him as a leader or about the ability to step up, but 2 years in a row now, he's been one of the best offensive minds, getting better and better as every year goes on. Hey.
Yeah.
I agree.
Let's move over to the opposite. I just mentioned a team that hired the young up-and-coming guy that we all have faith in can be able to continue to develop as one of the premier X's and O's guys at a young age. Cleveland Browns hired Todd Monken, the oldest coach in this cycle to be a first-time head coach. He's going to be 60 with this first time being at the top.
Damn.
He's a long-time coach, has been an offensive coordinator throughout college, throughout the NFL for a long time. Lots of experience, just never as a top guy. Recently, changed Lamar's fucking life after Greg Roman. Lamar has the best seasons of his career, transforms into one of the best passers in the NFL of all time, really. Under Todd Monken's watch, now he comes in to try to fix whatever the hell is going on with the Cleveland Browns offense. And this guy isn't like Klint Kubiak or isn't like any of the other offensive wonderkins of late that have their scheme that we know, the things they've done well recently that kind of make them, and we hope they can port it over. Todd Monken is a versatile coach that has been around for a long time. We'll do whatever it takes to fit the lineup around him. He's a versatile coach that can run a myriad of schemes. Probably exactly what you want for a Cleveland Browns team that has nothing going on for him right now. But is a first-time head coach at 60. Does that bother you?
It's kind of weird. Especially going back to what you said continuously, which is just the whole new thing where a lot of people want to go ahead and hire new young head coaches. Bothers me a little bit. It feels more so like this is going to be the fall guy for the next year, 2 years, or whatever it is, until we find our quarterback.
If that is the case, and he is the guy to make them competent until we find the next guy that never really replaces him when the team gets decent, so be it. Tom Monken's a good coach. He's old. And it's a little funny given the meta. Age is just a number. He's a good coach.
Both. I don't know.
He's a great coach, actually.
You don't know who's listening to this.
I wanted him to be the DC for a lot of teams that needed the OC for a lot of teams that needed a good OC for their quarterbacks ready to win now. He's very, very, very capable. So I don't know how to feel about him as the head coach because I hadn't really thought about it. I just viewed him as an OC for some reason. But I do like him getting more opportunity.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I'm with you. He's getting fired in
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Deshaun Watson has a cap hit this year of $80 million.
Damn.
$80 million for Deshaun Watson. He's getting fired. Because they're not going to be good. They're not going to be competing for the division. The defense has been good, but at the same time, it's getting older, and you probably are going to start, trading off some pieces, trying to get some assets. So I don't expect you to have a lot of talent. One of the better young players that you had in Judkins, his leg is in 2 pieces right now. So you look at that, You look at their offensive line that has gotten worse and worse. You look at their receivers. What do you have? You mentioned basically the best thing that they have going for them is their tight ends.
Sick.
Awesome. I don't think that he is in a great position to step up and to take this team to be a contender in the AFC North in the next couple of years. And also, like, it stinks because their ownership got in the way, and their ownership, like Todd Monken, wasn't the number one.
Yeah, the process to get here is a little weird.
Yeah, and he wasn't the actual guy. Now, that may not mean anything in the long run. Everything that you said, he is a good coach. He might come in and they might prove everybody wrong. But you could have had the young McVay tree guy
In Shieldhouse.
in Shieldhouse. You could have had.
Spell Shieldhouse.
I just looked it up. SCHEELHAASE, I think.
Might be right. I don't know. I can't spell Shieldhouse.
Let us know in the comments.
I think I spelled it right. But again, Shieldhouse is 35.
He's 35. I thought he was 30.
He's 30.
Damn.
He's 35.
Wow.
You could have had the 35-year-old McVay tree guy in your building, but ownership got involved. Also, but you went away from that. And
true.
This is not where you want to be at if you're a Browns fan. I would actually feel very disappointed if I was a Browns fan.
The process is weird.
Just because of how we got here.
Yeah. For those who don't know, they wanted to hire Nate Shieldhouse and I think Uzinski from Jacksonville was the other person they were talking to. These young offensive-oriented up-and-coming assistant coaches. They want to do the meta everybody does, right? They basically said, one, we're going to be weird as fuck, and we're going to make you do these like weird essay things in our hiring process that feels a little demeaning. But also, if you're hired here, you must keep Mitchell Schwartz as your defensive coordinator.
So weird.
That was essentially a demand from ownership per reporting. Those young up and promising coaches that know that they have a lot of promise and a lot of opportunity coming in the next few years said, fuck that. I'm not going to go somewhere where from the jump I don't have control of my staff. That's outrageous. I will wait for a better opportunity with a franchise that's a little bit less cursed than the Cleveland Browns. In comes Todd Monken, who said, I'll take what I can get. Give me that job. I love Mitchell Schwartz. Why not? Mitchell Schwartz says, what the fuck? I wanted to be the head coach. And now you're passing me up for another 60-year-old? I'm out. Weird thing now they don't have the DC, maybe, that was the reason they lost the young guys. Now they have the old guy with no DC. Strange thing. The Browns continue to be terrible. But to everything you said, on top of that, you said they're not going to be good and all this stuff pertaining to this politics on the roster. Don't you think they know that? Like, don't you think they're probably going to be patient with Todd Monken?
The Browns?
Yeah, the Browns, the team, everybody. Like, don't you think they're coming in like not really expecting Todd Monken to light it up in year one?
A couple things. One, you're losing out on your top option over Jim Schwartz.
Yeah. Oh, Jim Schwartz. I said Mitchell. Oops. Jim Schwartz.
Like that's one.
Mitchell Schwartz.
So it's
former offensive tackle.
So it's like, all right, Jim Schwartz is the reason why you're not getting the number one person that you want. All right, cool. Two, can you ask that question again?
Don't you think the Browns know that in year one, Todd Monken won't be very good? Doesn't have a very good team. Don't you think they know they won't be good next year?
You are asking me, don't you think the Browns are going to be logical? Don't you think the Browns are going to have good process when they literally just showed us in the last 2 weeks that they do not follow good process? Don't you think that the Browns would be a reasonable team that can give this first-time head coach time to blossom and build his team? Hell no. Hell no. I do not believe that the Browns are capable of it. I do not think that they will do it, that they'll surprise everybody. So I think this is a situation where Todd Monken is, and shout out to him, he's about to get breaded. Yeah. And he's going to get breaded. He's going to take a lot of losses, and then he's going to go right back. And in 2 years, when Matt Nagy is flaming out in New York, he's going to go right back to New York, and they're going to team up.
C+ then? Process weighs it down, but Todd Monken's a good guy, good coach. That like
he's a good guy.
He is a good guy. It's really
he's a great
not,
guy.
It's really
someone
not about him. It's
someone
got
to take this in for the fucking.
That's a leader.
Browns. Yeah,
that's a leader. Now don't look at. Never mind. But yeah, he deserves a job. He deserves a chance. I think I was listening to an athletic football show. They said the goal here is that he's Bruce Arians and can be this older guy that comes in and needed opportunity and can lead this team and kind of be a guy that should have got an opportunity a long time ago? Okay. Let's hope.
Bruce Arians had Carson Palmer. Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Carson Palmer would change the Browns' life right now.
Easily.
Wow, man.
People forget Carson Palmer.
I haven't heard that name.
Carson Palmer was a problem with Bruce
God
Arians.
damn.
Problem. On to the next one we talked about at length last week. The Bills hired Joe Brady after firing Sean McDermott. There is so much that goes into why this is a terrible process. We talked about it. We have a clip up on our channel of this whole conversation. It was our actually instant reaction when it happened last week while we're recording. So maybe we have some different thoughts now. They fire Sean McDermott because they flame out in the playoffs again. Failed to win in a year in which the AFC is wide open. They need change. They fail in the playoffs because their wide receiver room is non-existent. The DB room is great in pass coverage, has some safeties that had some less than ideal run-stopping moments in this season. Overall, the talent up and down the roster had atrophied because of Brandon Beane failing to utilize his top draft picks for several years in a row. Brandon Beane wins the power struggle. He gets promoted. Coach gets fired. Blames him for the draft picks that he's the one that wanted Keon Coleman while Keon Coleman is still an employee of the team, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Says it's the coach's fault, not me. What do? You would think they bring in a new wave, bring in a whole new face and say, okay, Brandon Beane, here's your chance. Go find someone else that won't make you draft Keon Coleman. What do they do instead? They promote Joe Brady, the guy who designed the offense and the guy who apparently liked Keon Coleman the most. Joe Brady says in his opening press conference, Keon Coleman should know the best thing to ever happen to him is me being the head coach of this team.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
they fire Sean McDermott to bring in a new era because things got stale. And they bring in a guy who is the second in command, has the most impact on said staleness. Doesn't make sense up and down. The logic is terrible. They were moving like the Browns. Nothing makes sense. But with that being said, Joe Brady is a fine coach. A fine opportunity. That makes sense. He was in demand. Isn't his fault that the organization is moving ridiculous? Where does all that net out? I named a lot of pros and cons.
Yeah, most of your pros have to do with the Bills, and going back to what you said, their process. No one has ever, as far as what I've seen, no one's ever talked down about him as a coach or anything like that, or the actual like skill set that he's been able to display. Obviously, more so just how we got here in the first place is the biggest issue, and how like there's just like more organizational issues, whether it be going back to what you said, the wide receiver issues, and just like literally the GM literally has not added any new talent when it comes to their receiving room at all. Their linebackers either stay hurt or they're just constantly getting older and older and older, bringing a wave of new older guys in. I want to give this a simple like C- maybe, simply because it's not good vibes.
Some people also have some issues with him as a coordinator. Some Bills fans will tell you that he runs too many screens and is too conservative and holds back Josh Allen. I would say he orchestrated Josh Allen having an elite run game for the first time in his career and taking pressure off of him, not allowing him to go be insane and make quite as many insane decisions. And I would say he has to run a lot of screens because he has nobody that can win downfield because the wide receiver room is utter bullshit. So I agree. I think in terms of the coordinating side of the job, that Joe Brady is good. And if you gave him some better receivers that could win downfield, you wouldn't see such a conservative play style.
I think the Brady hire, just in itself, B+.
Okay.
I think with the extracurricular politics of it all is probably about a C-.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense that Beam got promoted. And then you fire McDermott. I'm still under the impression that McDermott did have to go, and you are this close. You are not super far. So I understand. I do understand saying, hey, we don't have to make some like massive move, but this is also another situation, just like we talked about with the Ravens. You better be damn sure that Joe Brady and doing this internally is the right move. Mm-hmm. You have been in the conference championship 2 times in the last 5 to 6 years. You are hitting up against this wall. The Chiefs are in free fall. The Ravens are brand new. You have Josh Allen at the peak of his powers. This has to be the right move, and it ultimately can be. But right now, it feels like a move that is just marred in front office politics and pettiness.
It's so weird.
And it doesn't feel right.
I've seen Bills reporters theorize that a large part of this is due to the backlash of firing Sean McDermott and and
that's even worse.
Kind of a like desire to play both ways and not like make it things completely different. Because I don't think it went over well in the locker room that Sean McDermott was fired. I don't think anybody felt like Sean McDermott needed to go internally. except the owner, which I guess is his fucking choice. So you hire Joe Brady, that kind of smooths over some moaning and groaning potentially by keeping the guy there that maybe you feel like is a nice bridge to continuity, and you feel good about that for the locker room. Josh Allen probably feels good about it, probably likes Joe Brady. It was reported that he was a part of this process from the jump, and everything they do as an organization is to make Josh Allen happy. So clearly that was a pretty leading part of it. So like you said, lots of politics and relationships and certain things going in outside of just who the best candidate is. Now, maybe Joe Brady is also the best candidate. Maybe he proves to be more than ready for this job, but you can't like the process. So I think we can't separate that from the grade for this team with it being such a huge part of it all. C+.
C minus.
Yeah. But also, like you said, they're not far away. They can win the Super Bowl next year. Like, super possible. Get a little bit, bring in one good wide receiver, a couple good draft picks on the defensive end, and Joe Brady is exactly the same, keeps it exactly the same level it was at last year. With how good Josh Allen is and how close they've always been, they could still win the Super Bowl next year with bad process.
Minus Josh Allen and minus Joe Brady and how good he could potentially be, sounds like you're asking for a lot. Sounds like you're asking for a lot.
Yeah,
right
but minus Josh Allen is minus a lot. Like that's a lot you can ask for when you have one of the best floor racers in recent NFL history.
I don't trust the guy who's making the moves. Not yet. You got to prove it.
He's been making bad moves for several years, and they're still amazing every year. The most winning team of these past few years that haven't won a Super Bowl. It doesn't take a lot to win with Josh Allen.
It's because of Josh.
Yeah, he doesn't miss games. He's there. He makes everybody better. They could still win the Super Bowl despite all this going poorly.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
Next up.
Who's next?
Dolphins hire former defensive coordinator of the Packers, Jeff Hafley, as their head coach. This is a head coach that 2 years ago had a very similar job to Jesse Minter in making the Packers a top 10 defense in a lot of metrics, despite not having the best talent, despite having very little edge talent specifically, which led to them trading for Micah Parsons. Then Micah Parsons comes in. Defense looks incredible before he gets hurt. Kind of saw the full vision of what Jeff Hafley is capable of with the requisite talent up front. Now he gets the opportunity to take that vision to the Dolphins, who, after trading Jalen Phillips, still have some defensive talent on the defensive line, but are far from a finished product defensively, need to overhaul their secondary entirely. But you can see a path to them having enough defensive talent to execute his vision pretty early on, and then we'll see what happens on the offensive side.
True.
Where does this go?
I have no idea what to think about when it comes to this team. There's so many moving parts. There's quarterback questions. The defense is, much to be desired. Man.
I don't know what to think either. They're in a weird spot.
Yeah, like this is the most like question mark, not hire necessarily, but just team in general. So with that being said, I don't know what to rate him out or net him out because it's not like there's any baseline to get off of.
I really like this.
I don't dislike it. I just don't know what to feel. They hired Bobby Slowick as the offensive coordinator. Also don't know what to feel because he was really good, then really bad when the offensive line broke down. I don't really know what to feel about any of this.
I think top down. Listen, I love continuity. I love people walking through the door together.
Okay.
You got a new GM and you got a new head coach. You have alignment there. I think the fact that Jeff Hafley has been in this situation of the Packers 2 years ago also didn't have amazing talent and were able to overperform. This is also a team that for everything, and maybe this is more on McDaniel, and I do have to give him a lot of credit where we thought that they were dead and then they go on the run in the second half of the year. But you prove to the rest of the league there's stuff that you can do with this team, and you don't have to be the absolute worst team in the league. And so for a Dolphins team that is getting a somewhat floor raiser on the defensive side of the ball with your head coach, you have, again, a vision top down. Bobby Slowick, I'm gonna give him a little bit of grace, and I'm gonna say this is your next shot. It seems like everybody in that Texans offense from that moment is just broken now, and him and CJ Stroud just have no idea what to do. But it's very clear that you have to fix this offensive line. It's very clear that you have to do all these other things. But do you have Tua, or you had Tua as your quarterback? You're going to reevaluate the quarterback position in the offseason. You can move on from that. Think about how weird their season was last year.
Yeah.
With Jalen Ramsey, Tyreek Hill getting hurt. You trade Jalen Phillips Tua going up to the podium every single week and saying the craziest thing that you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Them looking like the worst team in the last 10 years on week 1. Like they had so many moments where it was like, can we just be a normal team?
Toronto Armstead retires before the season.
Can we just be a normal team in this league? I think they have an opportunity to be just a normal team. And for that reason, I really like it for them. For a team that obviously does need to start from scratch, competency and normalcy is good for them. So I like the hype.
Yeah, you just named all their core players in the previous iteration of their team. Like Hill, Ramsey, Tua, Armstead retiring. Like that's their nucleus of why they were competent in the 4 years prior to this year. So yeah, total overhaul. That essentially a blank slate team.
Yeah, and now you're going to this year with Quinn Ewers starting, which wasn't like
maybe
god awful potentially.
Maybe I don't know. It's not as far from a guarantee. They're gonna try to get Malik Willis. They're gonna try to get the stopgap guys. They'll probably look later in the draft for non-premium quarterback picks. But maybe it is Quinn Ewers. You never know. Or maybe it is Tua still. He's not gone.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know if you can do Tua again after that season. After he was talking.
Well, I don't know if you can do Quinn Ewers either. Like it's not a good option either way.
That's the issue with this.
True. That is certainly an issue. That again, like a couple of the other ones you named, some of these teams are hiring head coaches because they're in a bad spot. You got to be patient. Give them some time. They have no quarterback to speak of that you feel good about. This isn't going to be a team that's like surprising next year. And this first time head coach turns them around instantly. I think they're a couple drafts away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. But I like the foundation that they're building right now.
Yeah. So solid A. I mean, you feel good about it. Jeff Hafley again has maximized talent around him. That's exactly what you want from a rebuilding team.
Yeah.
Let's go to one that maybe we don't feel quite as inspired by. The Steelers are hiring head coach Mike McCarthy, a Pittsburgh native. The storybook hometown kid is here to run the Pittsburgh Steelers after Mike Tomlin all of a sudden steps down, takes his name out of the running for this head coaching job coming to this year. Never thought he'd ever be fired. He said, I'm done on my own volition. In comes white Mike Tomlin. Another old, consistent coach that wins a lot of games, wins more games than he loses, has been successful for his entire career. But another guy that, isn't quite as inspiring as the guys who come in with new ideas.
You're the Steelers, it's status quo. This is what, this is what you do. I think
we were pretty harsh on it when we found out last week.
It's better than what you say, because I do think that, like, especially for it also feels like this for a lot of the franchises that are like these like glamour franchises and are at the top for a long time. It is scary to go down to the bottom and to completely bottom out and say we're going to tear this to the studs. Like, nobody's guaranteed anything, and it's very hard to build yourself back up. For the Steelers, though, I would have just wished that you could have did something, because it's not like when Bill Cowher left and like that team was in a much better position, and you had a quarterback also that you can rock with. You don't have that right now. And I think that for the Steelers looking forward, quarterback is the number one thing. And unless you are going to either trade all of your assets to go get a quarterback, which you never do, or you're going to bottom out to position yourself to get that quarterback to then allow your coach to be good, I don't think that that's working either. So like, he's better. I think we gave it like a C- or like a D last time. It's a B-. It's fine, but I just wish that they would do something else.
I honestly feel like this is a similar situation as the Todd Monken thing. I think he's going to get fired in like a year, 2 years from now. And this is like, when it comes to the whole 9-8 spinning joke that we've had, well, really not what we've had. Like, that's just been the existence and the reality of their franchise for the last, I don't know how many years at this point in time. Like, they're just preparing to meet in the middle and completely hit that reset button for the first time in God knows how long, and find their quarterback and find their new young head coach, which is what feels like they routinely do normally.
They hired a good coach, undoubtedly, but they have no chance of hiring a great coach. And it's a philosophy thing. Like you said, teams like them, teams like the Ravens, some of these teams just will never be bad. They're going to try to be competent every single year. They understand that football is a year-to-year sport and a small sample size sport where anything can happen. And if you put out 52 guys that are all playing on a string, all working hard for their coach, and you draft well year by year, any given year can be your year if you remain close enough to competency. All that is true. It is still nice to have your guy that can be a great coach and be there for 20 years. You eliminate your chance of finding the next Mike Tomlin. when they hired Mike Tomlin, he was the young wonderkind guy that was given a chance, that wasn't expected to get an opportunity, that was really, really out of nowhere and really proved to be the foundational guy that can be a whole era of Steelers football. There's 0% chance that happens in this cycle.
Yeah.
Which, that's the gamble you take. You decide to go towards floor and not have ceiling, and now you have no chance of having a terrible coach that has value in its own right. But I'm always going to be a guy that just, like, in any sport, in any facet of decision making, always thinks ceiling matters, and always thinks giving yourself the opportunity to have a game-changing player or coach or whatever person you're bringing in matters a lot. So I'm never going to, like, reward safety.
Yeah.
So I think C+ is probably fair.
Yeah, it's very tough, because I do want better for Steelers fans, but it just doesn't look like it's gonna be there. Now, if they can get to, also, if they go 8-9 this year, like if they have a losing season, it is gonna be tough. And I do think that the McCarthy hire is going to test the Steelers' patience for a long time. It's easy to be like, oh yeah, we don't fire our coaches. Yeah, we have a winning season every single year. We're in the playoffs every year, right? There's not like, and you win the Super Bowl right in the middle, so there's like enough time on the back ends. If you go under 500, you miss the playoffs again, and now you're drafting, 18th overall, or,
they can't do that.
Like 19th overall, exactly where you normally are. That's going to get really, really spooky, because then you're going to look around and say, okay, well, we did this for what? Like, you're bringing in McCarthy to win 10 games. They can't do anything else outside of that. I won 10 games with Aaron Rodgers as my quarterback and an aging defense. You have to do this right now, or else now the entire philosophy of how we do business is gonna be shaky.
Yeah, boring, but fine. It'll be fine.
It really is boring.
It's just boring, and I'm sure that's such a, like, non-Steelers fan, just like, I want to see cool stuff. So, like, of course we're gonna say it's boring. They're not necessarily making the decision to wow podcasters, I guess. So if they want to just, like, make what's smart for them, I understand the logic at the very least.
Yeah, I agree.
Who's next?
This may be a surprise.
What's going on?
The Arizona Cardinals were able to convince someone to work for them by choice. It finally happened. Every single top candidate said, ew, you smell like shit. I don't particularly like the way shit smells. I'm going to go somewhere else. They all said no. And then out the woodworks from the skies came young Mike LaFleur, accepting the job, offensive coordinator of the Rams, a guy who knows Sean McVay, always a good idea, and a guy who knows his brother, Matt LaFleur, who's 8 years older than him. His younger brother here has agreed to come coach the Cardinals. How do we feel about this?
Man, this nepotism thing is crazy. It's rampant.
Double nepotism. You have a brother here and your boys at Sean McVay, which might as well be having a billionaire dad in the NFL stance. If you're friends with Sean McVay, if he likes you, you can do anything in this world.
How can you, like, grade this? It's not bad.
We
It can never be bad.
We have to meet Sean McVay. I'm trying to run it off.
I would love to meet Sean McVay. I want to get rich.
I'm trying to run it off.
I want generational wealth. I don't know. I mean, listen, his name's LaFleur and he knows McVay. A+. It's probably going to work. It always does. It's probably going to be good.
Knows McVay. A+.
They'll probably keep Kyler Murray now and have a smart mind to get the most of him, so they don't got to go down the well of Kirk Cousins or whatever the fuck other retread is out there. They'll probably get the most out of these guys. Hopefully maximize Marvin Harrison Jr. I like the defensive talent that's in the door already. Hopefully one more good draft. Bring in a new DC to run that and have a new mind there. It'll probably work. I don't know.
LaFleur, Shanahan, Kubiak. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
History says.
It's all right. Yeah, the Cardinals are also a franchise. Like, man, y'all just suck, just all the time.
Yeah,
and it is very, very tough for them though, because that division is the best division in the NFL.
Yeah,
and you have to go up against the two best coaches in the league every single year, in Shanahan and McVay, and then now McDonald is coaching his way into top 5 conversation. So LaFleur, like, you have to step in and hit the ground running, because the bones of this team, we all thought that this was a team that could compete. You probably aren't as far away from competing in this division as 3-14 suggests. And if you do have a good draft, if you are able to have a pretty successful free agency, It would have shocked me if now this year is the actual year where they go 9-8 and are a sneaky wild card team and can kind of contend and do all those things.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Cardinals, you're gonna have to show me.
Yeah.
I can't go into another offseason and say, yeah, if this hits and this hits and this hits, I can't do that anymore. I will believe in the Cardinals in week 5, but I can't do it in pre-draft. That's not where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna get a guy, again, a LaFleur who's been working under McVay is a great way to start.
Yeah, and he was offensive coordinator for the Jets, and then goes and spends a couple of years learning from Sean McVay. Wasn't a play caller, obviously. Sean McVay is going to call his own plays, so it was purely organizing the offense, being the guy to be the administrator to get things rolling. I have to imagine you get better at having that role under Sean McVay, and you have previous coordination experience, and you have that. I think about like a fucking 2-year internship under Sean McVay that you have to just like be a sponge and learn all this stuff.
You must have learned something, man.
Yeah. Sure, why not? You can't be mad at it. It's inspiring. It's okay. There's a ceiling here. You don't have a whole lot to lose. You need someone that can hopefully be a foundational type of coach. You lost all the top guys who didn't want to come here. Worthy swing. I can't really be mad at it.
It's so embarrassing to get curved by so many coaches, bro. That's so embarrassing.
Nah, his tree's crazy. Yeah, McVay's tree's great. He got to start selling IG courses. He got to get on that.
And is that the last coach we have? Is that all of them? There we go.
I think so.
That is our grade for every single head coaching hire in this cycle. Not too many bad decisions. Really none that are outright bad.
No.
A couple of 2 bad processes. The Bills and the Browns were on bullshit. But they landed on names that you're okay with.
Yeah, I agree.
This is also really interesting because a third of the league overturned coaches this year. I wonder, like next year, normally it's like 5 or 6 head coaching jobs that open up. Like, are we going to get 2/3 of the league? Like, again, this year felt egregious, but like, if that happens again next year, I'm very curious to see how it plays out. Like,
that's insane.
There's the long tenure coaches is just not a thing.
Yeah.
Wow. That's going to be so interesting to see.
I'm sure we'll find a few of them in the cycle. It's a lot of names.
Aaron Glenn, hot seat.
Cooked. He's
Todd Bowles, hot seat.
Cooked.
Who else? Sirianni, hot seat.
Cooked. You guys aren't hot seats. These guys are cooked.
Huh.
Dan Quinn, if it goes bad again?
Nah, I think he's fine.
Nah.
If they get 3rd place again?
Oh, Dan Quinn. I heard Dan Campbell.
No.
Oh, hot seat.
Hot seat as fuck. Hot seat. Your favorite coach, Bengals.
Zach Taylor.
Oh, what does he do?
He said, your boy? That's not my boy.
Hey, man. Never mind. I can go there.
Nah, go.
The Walrus?
The Walrus. Yo, I'm tapped out.
Agreed.
Oh.
They're not gonna do him like that. They're not gonna
probably not. But I think a little if it goes poorly, a little stealth retirement.
A little Mike Tomlin.
He better fix some shit this year.
So I'm walking away.
Shane Steichen things go poorly. It won't be deserved, but
what about Dan Campbell? Is he safe?
I'm probably. I have faith they'll be fine.
Yeah.
KOC.
If they fuck up and if JJ McCarthy's a disaster and they're bad because of it again, maybe he dies for his sins.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could happen. Maybe Dave Canales if they're bad and miss the playoffs again. They got there and it was like impressive, but he wasn't like mind blowing as an offensive mind.
Yeah.
So, but he has to perform to keep his job for sure, like everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's about it.
So what is that? 7 maximum?
Wow, man.
That we would think, yeah. And also some of these could be one and dones. You're always good for a couple of one and dones.
True.
What if the Browns win 2 games? They're like, Todd Monken go back to being an OC.
That's insane.
What if Robert Saleh's mean again? He goes one and dones, and you just shouldn't be a head coach. What if he's just a dick again?
He might be. I watched some of the interview.
He might be a dick.
He said, yo, we're going to play aggressive, violent football, fast football. All right. No scheming.
Could be a dick.
Like,
No scheme.
like no X's and O's. We're just gonna run fast and be violent, and be reckless. Okay, all right.
Next thing we're gonna do. Let's transition over to Super Bowl talk. Let's talk about everything we want to see in the Super Bowl this year.
Okay.
All of us put together a list of, so basically a Super Bowl wish list of. It could be on the field. It could be extracurriculars. It could be aesthetics. It could be moment, storyline, whatever it means to you. Things you want to see in the Super Bowl this year. Donovan, you go first. What's on top of your list?
I want to see a game-winning defensive play I think it would be poetic.
It would.
If the rematch in this game ended with another game-winning defensive play.
That's interesting you say that. Highlighting the fact that it's a rematch. I wrote, I would like to see Sam Darnold throw a game-losing interception at the 1 yard line, leaving Seattle with 10 years of dread and what if that all falls back to one play.
No, that's actually sick. I was going to piggyback off of you, but in the opposite way completely. That's actually sick.
Wouldn't that be the funniest thing in the world if it ended in the exact same way?
No.
And it's also funny that you said that because I said that I want to see Sam Darnold throw one pick in the second half.
It's the last play of the game.
And I don't even care if the Seahawks win or lose. Sam Darnold throwing a pick in the second half, it would just be good for off-season discourse.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, you want chaos to see? But that would be the funniest outcome if we all crown Sam Darnold and he's like, wow, he's really fixed it. And he comes to this game.
And he just sees ghosts.
Shits the bed.
I'm not going to lie. That would be poetic.
That'd be so funny. Now, I kind of want the Seahawks to win, so I'm not praying on Sam Darnold's downfall.
Yeah.
But I'm not so passionate about the Seahawks winning that I would be opposed to a funny storyline.
One thing that I want to see is Rick Woolen, the guy who almost fucking cost him their first Super Bowl appearance in not quite some time, but a little bit.
10 years?
Yeah, 10 years or so, which is not that bad. I want to see him get an interception. I want to see him make a couple of game-changing plays.
Interesting you wrote
Rewrite
that.
Wrong.
I wrote down 3 Rick Woolen unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
You just want to see mayhem.
I want to see him double down and then triple down. I want to see him make a name for himself.
Oh, his name is made already.
I want to see him be a troublemaker. Set the tone.
Now, alongside that, I did say I want to see a highlight reel hit. I need somebody to get knocked out.
Who's most likely to do the knocking? And who's most likely to get Cooper Kupp's most likely to get knocked out?
Is he?
Yes,
Probably.
definitively.
Okay.
No, Travion Henderson most likely to get knocked out
Yes.
by Nicky Monwari.
Oof. Okay.
I need 2 guys. Oklahoma drill in the game, and I need to see a highlight hit because we talk so much about the Seahawks defense and about like how great they are, and obviously we're in the Super Bowl. We're channeling a lot of Legion of Boom vibes. Do you guys see the picture of Cam Chancellor talking to Eamon Warrior on the sideline?
So yeah,
Nick Eamon Warrior was in pads. Cam Chancellor was in gym shorts and a t-shirt, and he looked just as big, if not bigger.
Dude,
and it's
huge.
like
that's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I need those vibes again. I need a highlight reel.
Yeah. On a serious note, that is one of the cooler things to see is seeing a decade apart 2 generational defenses win in very different ways in very different eras. That era they won by just straight cover 3, Gus Bradley masterclass. We have the biggest, most badass DBs out here that are going to run their regular zones that you will know what's coming, but you won't be able to get anything past them with our 4-man rush that is going to dominate you at the line of scrimmage and give you no time to get the ball out.
Yeah.
That's what we won in 2016. In 2026, way different. We're going to run all this nickel, have Nicky Monwari, who's a cheat code at stopping the run and being mobile, getting out to the backfield, allowing us to run light packages because he's 6'3" and can do everything. Totally different MOs for different eras that need different things from high-level defenses, both excelling at the highest level in those different respective ways. Kind of beautiful.
That would be poetic again. Something else that would be poetic. I want to see Stephon Diggs cry again. Whether good or bad, I need to see another generational meme. Whether it's him or him just watch the Kansas City Chiefs like celebrate while he's just staring at all his pads and helmet on like that. I need to see something else generational happen.
I need to see him cry. I need to see Cardi B coddle him after they lose. Would be hilarious. On that note, not actually on that note, but on the other end of everything we're saying, I need to see Drake May win and Tom Brady pretend it doesn't bother him that they won without him.
Man.
I actually think Tom Brady would be okay because Belichick's not there anymore. So he's like, you know what, I'm cool with it.
He refuses to say that he wants the Patriots to win. Like he has any connection to the Seahawks and any rooting interests. He won't admit that. Like, why wouldn't he say that he's rooting for the Patriots when he's asked?
I think 1, broadcaster now, and then 2, very visible owner of the Raiders. And he probably just like, I'm probably not.
That's not the tone I got when he said it. But okay,
maybe.
I still think that he probably wants them to not win so fast without him. I can't imagine he'd feel good about it. I bet he'd rather be like, still none without me.
But you don't think that it would feel different with like Rabel coaching?
I mean, yeah, it's better than if Bill Belichick was here, it'd be a disaster for him.
Yeah.
So like that would be way worse. I still think he probably selfishly would like to have the only rings of the modern NBA, NFL.
Okay. Yeah. he's one of the greatest players of all time. And one thing that all of the great athletes do have, they do have some hate in their heart. So yes. I do agree with that. You said something about Drake May. I need to see Drake May take a deep shot early in the game. There's been a lot of talk this week about his shoulder. First play of the game. You throw that thing 60 yards down the field. Let me see it. I need to see how your shoulder is operating. I need to see if you're okay. Also, if it's not a 60-yard deep pass, QB draw, drop your shoulder into somebody. Let me see how it's working.
You're right.
Drake May trucking somebody would be an iconic Super Bowl moment. That'd be so good for this quarterback that like has his MVP case from carrying and saying, fuck it, I'll do it myself, uses his legs, doesn't have a lot of people around him. We get to 3rd and 8. He pulls an early season Baker Mayfield and just takes off running and trucks a linebacker. Trucks Nick Amawari.
Stands over him, flexes.
Iconic. Every kid in Boston across the country would have that written on their wall poster.
I'm not going to lie. I need to see the Patriots overall lose because you guys haven't been noticing. But whenever Boston wins something bad happens, bro. There's California wildfires. Oh, Diddy got arrested. Whole shit came out, bro. Like bad? there's well, no, that's not bad.
You want him out?
Everyone knows about all this shit that happened.
He said free him.
That's not bad. Please don't put this on me, man.
Put the camera on him. He said
Japan had earthquakes, bro. They're just bad things that just happens to the world, bro. And I don't want this to happen again.
So all that baby oil gone to waste is a goddamn shame.
God damn, please no.
He said it's not illegal to buy baby oil.
Please, no, not on me. They just
That's
can't
not the
win, man. I'm noticing consistencies whenever they see happiness. They can't have that.
I would also like bad things that happen to people from Boston.
Of course.
Yes.
Not because I care about Diddy, but because they deserve it. I would like to see a Kenneth Walker 200-yard game to prove that you should have been giving me more carries this whole goddamn season.
What if he's only able to get these carries because he's so fresh because they've been splitting the time this whole time?
Don't care. Revenge regardless.
Okay.
There's games where he was getting less carries than Zach Charbonnet. I'm not mad with them splitting carries. Zach Charbonnet getting more throughout the whole game, they lost their fucking minds. And I think Kenneth Walker has
Listen, man, game script, works a certain type of way.
That shit was the game plan. They came into the job, they started Zach Charbonnet.
Sometimes
Kenneth Walker was the backup.
On the running back train, I want to see Travion Henderson with a minimum 50-yard rush.
I also wrote, I want to see Travion Henderson Super Bowl MVP because it would lead to discourse hell. Because Travion Henderson is not particularly good at this point of his development, has a lot of things he needs to work on before he becomes a high-level NFL running back. But fantasy managers have convinced themselves that he's a next up-and-coming Emmitt Smith. So having him rise to the biggest stage would be hilarious to see the revisionist history of the rest of the season.
Nah, man.
Super Bowl MVP would
if
be
that
so
happens,
funny.
Everyone on the Seahawks need to be unemployed. That is ridiculous.
It would be so funny if you had a masterclass after getting, 3 touches last week or 3 snaps?
It's
come on, man.
His snaps have been like below 6 every single week.
It would be so funny if he had the game of his life. Nobody knows how to talk about him now because he's kind of bad for a long time. But now he's the Super Bowl MVP. He's Jalen Hurts now. We got to pretend only one game matters.
He said
it would be so good.
Time. This guy.
So bad.
It would be so good.
Changing topics. I need to see a special teams touchdown.
Okay, so defensive touchdown and special teams.
Yeah, this is on you.
Yeah, it really is on him. I feel like when was the last time we got one? Some
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a minute since we got a special teams play.
Yeah, probably. I can't remember.
Whew. Yeah, it's been.
So
I don't remember.
So yeah, I want a special teams touchdown.
Okay. Now, although I do want bad things to happen to Boston, that doesn't mean I want bad things necessarily to happen to Drake May. I love a good story. I want to see him not fumble the fucking ball. I need to see him kill every single narrative that's been said about him throughout the entirety of the year, whether it be him and the weak ass schedule that he's faced and all that. Like, dispel all that, bro. Do the thing. I love a good story.
Whether it be the schedule's weak, your chain is fake, overrated, whatever it may be.
But do it. It'll be good for content.
You're right. It would be good for content if he loses MVP, but gets Super Bowl MVP. That's a nice little dichotomy. Like, you can keep the regular season award. We get rings.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice little talking point. But then again, I don't want good things to happen to Boston, so maybe it's not tough. Maybe it's whack as fuck.
So he just has to play well.
What if he wins Super Bowl MVP but loses the Super Bowl? Has that ever been done before?
It never will.
I think maybe one time.
When?
I'm not sure. Maybe in like the 50s.
Oh, okay. That doesn't count.
I feel like it did happen.
one.
Pre-segregation football does not count.
It's always one.
I want to see Tony Hawk in a Super Bowl commercial.
What?
Why?
I don't know.
He's cool.
Just decided.
It's vibes.
All right.
Feel it.
He's like every guy who's in our 20s or whatever. Like he's a top 10 human of all time. Easily.
Yeah. Not maybe an insurance commercial,
Has to
T-Mobile, whatever he wants. But I want to see Tony Hawk paid.
Okay.
I need to see him with like a pancake deal or something like that.
IHOP.
Mm.
Okay.
I had IHOP like 2 weeks ago. Special.
Different
Tries to like
conversation.
this pancake.
Maybe a Wingstop deal for Tony Hawk.
Wait, tell me. You jumped off that. You're not an IHOP guy?
Come on, man.
I just care more about Tony Hawk in this present moment.
Okay,
And I
I
would like
see.
to not be diverted.
I see. I would like to see.
You an IHOP guy. I don't give a fuck about IHOP.
I didn't know. I don't know.
Listen,
I don't know your
we gotta
your
respect the
breakfast
house.
agendas.
You gotta respect that.
I want to see a one-handed catch or just a crazy catch.
Okay.
There have been multiple Super Bowls where you have a crazy. You had like the helmet catch, the Julian Edelman catch, Julio Jones on the sideline, Jermaine Kearse down at the goal line. There's always one. I just want to look at my TV like, is that a catch? And just like squint in.
Yeah.
I need that one time.
Okay.
We are due for an iconic Super Bowl catch. So many of the greatest moments in Super Bowl history are specific catches.
Mm-hmm.
We are due for that. It's been a while since we had an iconic play like that, hasn't it?
That's what I'm saying. It feels like it. And not last week, but in the NFC Championship game, Jason had this one hand catch where he just caught the ball at the pinpoint, didn't even move, and it looked so smooth that I was like, I need to see you do that in the Super Bowl.
What's the last iconic Super Bowl play?
I mean, last year the dagger is up there.
No, it's not.
The dagger.
And they're truly iconic. Come on. I mean, it's cool for an Eagles fan. It was bust to ass though. It wasn't like
It's true for everybody. But
that's not a serious. Like that's not an iconic
I mean,
play.
there were so many plays. I think even like legit, DeJean's pick six is cool.
That's a good play, but not iconic like the ones you're talking about. Like the Julio, like the Edelman catch. Like that was crazy. Like there's nothing in last year's Super Bowl that's iconic in any way. Nothing in the previous two for the Chiefs, I don't think.
Let's see. Yeah, like the Chiefs, the San Francisco one wasn't really like that. I guess the Cincinnati, maybe. If you want to count like the stretch, the back-to-back plays of Aaron Donald going crazy, and then him saying like "ring me."
That was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool moment. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think on that what the last iconic
There's
main
that.
play was.
Honestly, the last iconic one, Mahomes, whenever they lost to Tampa Bay, but he threw the pass and he was like laying down.
Oh yeah.
It was incomplete, but the fact that he got it off and was like on target.
That doesn't count then.
Nice.
That's funny.
I guess it probably is that.
That's my list.
Me too. Next thing we're going to do. We're going to stay on the topic of the Super Bowl today. We are going to react to the funniest Super Bowl bets on the internet. As you guys know, this is the most popular day for sports betting of the year every single season. And not only do people go out there and bet on who they think is going to win, basic props, whatever, there's always some tomfoolery available. You can bet on very niche props. Hilarious slips are put in. We're going to react to them today.
It's too much tomfoolery.
It's crazy. First off, will Seattle attempt to pass from the opponent's 1 yard line?
That's me.
That's mean.
That's me.
Mean spirited.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna say no
on.
though.
No.
I'm gonna say no.
Attempted pass from the 1 yard line. So you think if they get to the 1 yard line, they're gonna see ghosts and just run it no matter what?
Yes.
They're just gonna by any means necessary. They're not gonna get back in the same situation.
I think I could see him trying to pass.
None of the same coaches. They just feel the shared trauma over the generation of teams.
Yes. And that's what sports is about.
Okay.
You can't do that. I'm gonna say no.
Sports generational trauma as told through history of 1 yard line plays.
It's like in Sinners when that music scene,
everyone's like dancing.
they get to the 1 yard line and you just start seeing ghosts of throwing interceptions.
Kenneth Walker just pulls Skittles out of his pocket. Is it my moment?
That's what this is.
Sam Donald interception. Yeah, hilarious prop. Being spirited for sure. Pretty good.
Okay.
How many times will Cardi B be shown?
Over 1.5.
Over under 1.5.
Over 1.5.
They don't have Taylor Swift this time.
Over 1.5.
They're going the other way. Keep in mind, it is an NFL broadcast. The biases are a little different.
Cardi B is one of the most famous people in the world. I'm going at least twice.
Do you?
If they win, she's getting showed.
Of course.
She's getting showed over 1.5.
Yeah.
She's getting showed minimum one time. just to show that she's there
You're right.
supporting her guy. If they lose, they might pan to her real quick.
Yes.
And then Tim.
Hey, this
I
is free
agree.
money.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
This is free money.
I ain't
Over.
gonna lie. Send me this link.
Under is minus 200 for under. Hey, this is free money.
If you bet the under 1.5, you are indexing heavily on the racism and saying that, like, listen, she's not America's white girl. She's not going to get shown like that. I'm saying twice.
Or you're saying she's not going to be there, maybe, which would be surprising.
Nah, she's
gonna
gonna
be
be there.
She's not going to be there.
That's
Like,
bad.
visible.
She was on the team playing on the bus and everything. She's going to be there.
Yeah, 0 chance she's
Man,
not.
this is free money. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I
This
know it
is
is.
free money. I might have to. What's it, FanDuel?
Dibble and dabble.
Pro Football Championship. What is? Oh, I read this completely wrong. What is going to be the Gatorade shower color? Blue is the favorite right now. Would you bet on the color of the Gatorade?
It depends on the team. It depends on the team. If it's the Patriots, probably blue. But if it's the Seahawks, it might
Do you
be
think
that
they
PP
color
yellow.
coordinate that based on vibes?
Probably.
You think they kind of keep that in mind, like what's going to be the coolest with the jersey and like uniform color?
Honestly, no. But to me, it sounds cooler.
You think Mike Vrabel? They ask him, "What color Gatorade do you want?" What do you think he says?
He's gonna mush you and you're get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of my
Who
face.
lets you in here?
He hates bullshit questions so much.
I'm never going with the favorite of the Gatorade shower color. It's too random. You have to take a shot. I'm going orange.
Yo, people are actually
Orange.
putting bets on this.
Yeah, this is an iconic bet every year.
Y'all are sick, man. Y'all are sick.
This is definitely one of the sicker ones.
Oh, I got the fever.
Some kind of ambulance, man.
Next up.
Ambulance.
This one is for Donovan. At your Super Bowl party, over under 14 and a half wings eaten. Donovan, are you going to eat 15 wings?
Damn, 15 wings?
First of all, 15 is mad easy. I can get to 15.
Wait, is they breaded or no?
No,
I don't think I've ever eaten 15 wings in one sitting. Have you?
my max is 30.
What?
Yo, 30. Yo,
It's 32 is my max.
What is wrong with you?
They had hold on.
30.
Hold on, let me.
Are
let
they
me
plumped
explain.
up like GMO wings?
No, at Pluckers they used to have. I don't know.
30.
I don't know if they still have it, but they had
30 is outrageous.
like every day of the week they had a special, and so on Mondays it was all you can eat. And so we went to Pluckers one day, and I was just going. I probably had like 12, and we were talking about like what the group record was, and the group. Listen,
Eat off. You're disgusting.
the group record was like 29. So I was like, all right, like I was like, you know what? I literally have nothing to do tomorrow. Let me go. And so I went, and
so I went.
So
So I got involved with that.
the key was I ate a majority of lemon pepper ones. You want to get a lot of dry rub because the sauce was going to weigh you down.
Imagine 30 barbecue. I think I saw.
Now the next
Okay.
day, I was out of it. I think I did not get out of bed until like 11. It
Dude,
was
how
tough.
much sodium did you intake that day?
It was
That's
a lot.
insane.
all of it.
It was a lot.
What is that like? I think 10 wings is like 800 calories.
And something like that.
That's like your whole day's worth. That's like 2,500 calories of wings.
All right,
Yeah.
just
Plus, you
hold
dip in a ranch, probably poking 3,000 calories.
to be a youth, man. You know, to be a youth.
I'd fucking throw up. You made me eat 30 wings right now.
God damn.
So safe to say, Donovan's going over.
Yeah. Fuck, man. That's crazy.
Maybe. Listen,
He said, "I'm not 18 no more."
I'm not, man. Those days are long gone.
But if the challenge was brought to your face
I think, okay, so
and you had time to prep for it,
Also, a couple more things. One, there's gonna be other things at the party, so I may not get to 15 wings. And two, if it were, so I'm gonna eat, but like it's not gonna be wings. If the Eagles were playing, then like this is getting smashed. I would like stress eat that, but I don't think that I'm gonna be like that.
Okay.
okay.
I could
Okay.
eat 15 wings with no fries pretty easily, I think, but I'd be full as fuck and I wouldn't like it.
I would have to prep for it. I would have to prep
I
for
had
Skip
a,
lunch.
I had a 15 wing combo like a month ago.
Damn.
15. Wow, man.
It
You do
was,
this on the
It
regular.
was
Okay.
good. It was solid.
Okay.
Because I tried the new like one of the new flavors from Wingstop. It was like the like lime one or something.
Okay.
It wasn't great. Also, it was a waste of 5 wings.
Ew.
Next up. Will either coach be shown throwing his headset to the ground?
Yes,
That's Mike Vrabel.
Who's more
100%.
likely to rage?
This is Mike Vrabel. He
Mike.
has rage in his system. He's over here headbutting players with their helmets on.
Look at his face in this picture. He just looks upset already.
yeah. I'm
disgusted.
gonna say yes.
100%.
I feel like Mike McDonald looks Mexican.
Potentially,
I always see him and I feel like he looks like a white Mexican. I feel like he could be related to me.
if he had a little bit more stubble, I could see it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Something about his eyes. Like the cheekbones. Little mouth. He looks Mexican. I think he's just white. His name's McDonald. But I've always thought he looks a little Latino. Like a white Latino.
Nobody's ever thought that.
Yeah, but you.
A very specific breed of white Mexicans. There's a lot of white Mexicans like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this representation?
Yeah.
Next up. What are the announcers more likely to say? Cardi B or Tush Push?
Tush Push. Why would they be saying Tush Push?
Because the Seahawks do it with
AJ Barner.
Yeah.
What will be said first? Cardi B or Tush Push?
Cardi, 100%.
Who is the broadcast? NBC? I'm trying to think. Is Tarico gonna say? There might be an opening thing where Tarico points out who's here, shows Cardi B. Tush Push is not gonna get there until like
they can Tush Push the first drive.
They can, but I don't.
They won't do that.
Why not? If they get 4th and 1, they'll Tush Push.
I guess you're right. Yeah, you're right. I think it's gonna be Cardi.
I'm gonna say Cardi B.
They're gonna let everyone know that she's in the building. Try to piece every audience
from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does a pregame show count, or do these bets start at tip off?
That's a
I think
good
every
question.
book has their own thing of when it starts.
In the lead up, they might say Cardi B.
But in the actual from kickoff to end of game,
When the kickoff starts, I don't think they're going to say Cardi B for a while, unless they show her after a Stephon Diggs catch in the first half.
It's heavily dependent on that.
I'm going to go Tush Push, because I bet there's going to be a 4th and short, and they're going to be, you got to be thinking about Tush Push here. That's probably going to happen.
all right, we'll go Tush Push.
Will Bad Bunny say fuck ICE at the Pro Football Championship? Now listen, I think he's keenly aware of the backlash that a certain sector of America has against him. I think he's here to rage about white people. I think he's going to do it.
Is he gonna say?
But he's going to say fuck. I don't know if he'll say fuck.
He will.
He might have a shirt say like ICE out. I don't know if he'll say fuck ICE.
That'll be
Nah, he's
mad.
He's going to go all the way?
Yeah,
He's so goaded.
Damn,
He's so good.
he's lit.
I love Bad Bunny. He better say
Iconic as
it.
hell. Wow.
Yeah. I think he's gonna.
He'll do something along the lines, though. He'll make a statement.
Oh, hands down.
He won't say fuck. You're right though. He won't
Yeah,
say
I don't think
fuck.
he'll say fuck.
Yeah.
But he'll do something cool.
Nah, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna bet on this.
That'd be so fire. He didn't even say fuck at the Grammys. If he says fuck at the Super Bowl, he's too real. He's so lit. He's fire.
He's getting some people fired the next day.
Let's go. Mattress Mac, this is one that's more funny, not exactly a line. Mattress Mac has $2 million on the AFC to win the Super Bowl. This bet wins him $4 million.
Who the fuck is Mattress Mac?
He's a dude. In
Notorious
Houston.
better?
Yeah, he's a dude. He owns a furniture like store sector in Houston, and so every year he puts out like crazy bets on like the Super. He doesn't even bet regularly like that. He only bets on like the Super Bowl and like the World Series and stuff. Like when the Astros are in the World Series, and like when Houston teams are there, then he'll be like, oh, like if the Astros win the World Series, everybody gets a free mattress or something.
Betting on the AFC, I'm assuming he did this before the season started.
Yeah,
and was just like, AFC. That's a crazy bet.
even I'm honestly no, because you're betting on Lamar, Mahomes,
And Allen.
Yeah,
But just in general, betting on a conference is just crazy.
That's insane.
$2 million on a conference.
yeah, I'd do that.
Eagles just won.
I'd bet on the NFC.
It's not terrible, but okay. You're kind of crazy, man.
What is the best Gatorade bottle type?
Nipple
Top-
hands down.
Top left. Yep.
Yeah, nipples.
Squirt green is pretty nice too.
So I haven't.
Squirt is pretty fire.
I never experienced it to that degree. The worst easily is the bottom right, the leader.
That's
That's just disgusting. You're nasty if you drink out of
fit in
that.
one hand.
Yeah.
It's a grip strength exercise.
Yeah, you like 60 if you drink out of that routinely, man. You nasty.
Classic is pretty good.
Yeah, I think I would go nipple classic, then 12 ounce.
Also, 32 ounce is kind of trash too. Like I know it's
What?
iconic. Always had them
It
growing up.
sucks.
They be
It's
going
not
for
great.
It sucks.
Nah, it doesn't suck because trust me, they go for some deals. 2 for 1 all the time at Quick Trip. 2 for 1 at a lot of gas stations, bro.
It's only good for marketing. It's only good to like slam it down on the concrete.
And it
like,
works.
the
I'm the
Gatorade.
perfect dummy for that. Every single time, I'll pay $6 for 2 colors.
When was the last time you drank out of like the green bottle?
High school.
I never did. I never
High school
did.
football.
Like, does
Yeah.
anybody have that? Just
They
around?
squeeze nicely though. Like it has a nice give to it.
Maybe just
They're satisfying. It's quite satisfying. It's a high quality bottle. I won't lie to you.
Write that down. We gotta get some.
Yeah, man.
Mid podcast.
Once it gets 70 degrees outside, man.
Fun and not so fun for us to look back through some of the long shot Super Bowl exact bets we took before the season started with the way things have unfolded. Ooh. One notable bet that was placed on August 25th, the Patriots defeating the Seahawks. They got a 3,100 to 1 odds.
Jeez.
If they win, $100 turns into $310,000.
Dude,
You know how crazy you got to be to place a specific team bet in August?
that's insane, man.
That's so random.
What
Like,
if he
think
did-
back to 6 months ago. Would you have ever thought the Patriots versus Seahawks would be a Super Bowl matchup?
No, but
That's
this is what it takes to
insane.
be leaders of men. Right? This is what it takes to be on the forward edge
You're a sick fuck,
oh.
man. This is what this tells me. No.
of industry.
Seek help. Don't listen to him.
What I'm seeing is winners win, and they always find a way.
Fuck all that. Call that number. Hit the hotline.
You said it earlier in the show. You're never really going to reward safety,
Nope.
what?
right?
You want
have-
a little $5 parlay? You want to make lunch money?
you have
No.
you have to look at something and say, what's the ceiling? Do I have an opportunity for greatness here?
Oh my god.
And if you don't, then don't play.
oh my god.
don't play the game.
What did this country come to?
All I'm hearing is facts. Will Chris Collinsworth mention Patrick Mahomes?
This is one of my favorite new storylines that I fucking learned all year long.
It's yes for minus 220. They're for sure going to say that.
Yes.
110%.
And the two ways is, one, he's going to talk about Drake May and about how he's elevated and he's in that tier with
Mhm.
Mahomes and Allen and all that. Or we're going to talk about just the quarterback matchup. And it's like, nobody ever would have thought here that Mahomes would be in the Super Bowl. Those are the two. I'm going to say yes here.
That's funny.
He's almost certainly going to say it. But is he too self-aware of his Patrick Mahomes glazing that maybe he's in a layoff?
He's not going to lay off. He doesn't like it, though. Because Tarico kind of called him out a little bit on it. And he was like, but he's but at the end of the day, Chris Collinsworth knows. I'm Chris Collinsworth. I got to say what's on my mind.
I have my moves. My moves got me here to this platform. I'm not going to change my moves because you're tired of them. I'm going to draw the foul. I'm going to do my thing. I have some staples, and they're in the bag for a reason. Of course I got a glaze.
I respect it, man.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Who will be who will a Super Bowl MVP of the game thank first? Teammates, coach, family, God, the owner, or does not say thank you to anyone?
God.
It's either God or
Maybe
teammates.
Number one.
If it's Drake May, it's God for sure. I don't know if Sam Darnold's going to say God first.
Probably not.
He'll probably
JSN
say
will.
teammates.
Jason will say God
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
He's like
Stephon
that?
Diggs saying teammates probably. Or
No,
maybe owner.
No.
Who's he saying?
No, Stephon Diggs is thanking the Lord. I promise.
He's thinking, God, I'm not suspended.
Are you sure? He's always like overly lazy
no,
with his
he's-
teammates
he's
and shit.
thinking-
Talking
he's
about how
thanking God.
everyone's like didn't believe him.
He's thinking.
I thank myself. These hands.
Who's not thinking no one?
Who's not
Is there
thinking
anyone
no
built
one?
like that right now?
Who's most likely to think no one? Who? It takes a certain
Mike McDonald.
personality to not think anybody that's Super Bowl
Mike McDonald,
MVP.
maybe.
Yeah, to not even say like
Reek
shot-
Woolen. If Reek Woolen gets 2 pick sixes,
Nah, he's a two shit.
Oh my God.
that'd be funny. How first and foremost, I want to say thank you to myself.
To absolutely no one.
Family. Maybe Drake May would say thank you to his family. He knows why
Not-
he's so
Yeah.
famous.
But not
Yeah.
first though.
Who's gonna think their coach first? That's pretty fucking lame.
Psst, nobody.
Who's lame?
Third.
Kenneth Walker. I don't know.
I want to thank my coach for getting me here. What?
Yeah, nobody's
Yeah, I don't think anyone's
nobody's
gonna-
thanking the coach. It's also weird that like the owner is
12 to 1.
12 to 1. I feel like that should be a little bit longer odds.
I want to thank Robert Kraft. Maybe.
I'm sure.
Potentially, Diggs might say.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking a chance on me. He
Yeah.
might think the coach. I feel like Vrabel was probably the one he attributes that to. If I had to guess,
He has the widest range of outcomes.
he does. He's a
But-
wild card.
He is, but I do think that I think that God would be the favorite for him as well.
And that's the last one.
Okay.
Next thing we're gonna do,
That's funny.
we are gonna rank the last 5 Super Bowl uniform matchups. Underrated part of the game is the aura between the jerseys facing off against each other
Mm.
and how the colors mesh and just how it looks on TV. We have the last 5 games. We're gonna rank them on what the best have been.
Okay, let's do it.
Starting with this year, we have this new one. All blue Seahawks versus all white Patriots. The first time we've ever gotten 2 solid colors against each other.
5.
It's
Not
worst?
memorable at all.
I kind of like all solid colors. That's kind of cool.
You see how many damn patches are on the jersey?
So many patches.
This is awful. This looks like NASCAR. Drake May's shoulder pads look way too small. His helmet looks way too big. Right now, I'm going 5.
The captain
I'm going
up high kills me.
Yeah,
The captain USA 250 is the most auralist combination I've ever seen. The captain patch is like bleeding onto the red a little bit. It's just poorly placed.
Also, why do we have a USA 250?
It's so big and it's ugly too. It's a bad patch.
What does 250 mean?
250 years of the United States.
Oh.
1776 was 250 years ago.
Come on, man. Read a book, bro.
Simple math.
Come on, man.
It's going to 5.
What the
patch
fuck is
low.
it here? Who gives a fuck?
But that's what I'm saying.
That's a better question. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
Why is
they
it
haven't
there?
done it all year, and then they're like, "Yeah, in the Super Bowl, go ahead and celebrate America."
Not the time and place. 5.
Yeah, 5 for sure.
And for that, we go 5.
And it's frustrating because obviously, like, there's so many patches. The Seahawks have their 50th patch. Sam Darnold's not a captain, so like you have to move the patches around. Nothing is really like centered.
What if he was a captain? Where the fuck would that go?
On the back of his jersey,
I don't
good
like
Lord.
how, yeah, this is
you put the C above, like on the
Oh my
middle.
god. On
So
the bottom
nasty.
tramp stamp. This tramp stamp captain patch is hilarious.
It's kind of hard.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
We can do something here. Last year's Super Bowl. Green with white pants versus white with red pants.
3. It's very solid.
3 or 4.
The green and the red go pretty well together. It's not too bright of a green, so it's not too Christmassy. I like it.
Yeah, maybe 3. Not one of the best, but it's solid.
Is this which version of the Chiefs do you guys like more? Do you like the white on top of the red or the red on top of the white?
I think the red on top of the
Red
white.
jersey is way better to me than the white
Yeah.
jersey.
All right, yeah, we'll drop this down.
4?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah. One of the worst ones.
Okay.
Seahawks versus 49. Oh, my bad. Chiefs versus 49ers.
This is tough. This might be 1 or 2.
The gold helmets of the 49ers against the red jerseys.
Tough.
This is a pretty combination.
This feels like a true war right now.
And like it's the same colors in different shades, so it feels real congruent. It goes well together.
Mm-hmm.
This might be 1 to me, honestly. I like the 49ers uniforms a lot.
I'm fine with them with us going 1.
I want to go 2. I just want to save space, but it's a very good matchup. It is very iconic. I do think that the Niners overall have top 3 uniforms in the league.
And there's a lot of Chiefs on here. This is the best version of a Chiefs matchup, I think.
You know what? I don't know what's going next. We can say 1 for this outfield.
We can go 2 if you want. I'm fine with 2.
I'll go 1 personally.
All right, number 1 this is the best one we could possibly find. And next up, back to the same thing. Eagles versus Chiefs. Got to put them at 3. Same exact thing.
Yeah. 3. Ew.
And last but not least, at number 2, we have Bengals versus Rams.
This feels so weird.
I don't know how to feel about this.
This is such a filler year. Of
I know.
NFL.
But the colors are so different. Do they mesh well against each other?
No.
Having the black, does that work?
No.
I don't know. I don't like the Bengals jersey with the black and the white pants. I like the Bengals jerseys more when it's all the same color.
Mm-hmm.
How do I feel about this?
This does feel like a true war because it's 2 different, like,
yeah, it's
very different.
distinct.
They're not similar at all. But
Do
Very
I like
bright
this?
colors.
I guess this is
It's fine. No,
fine.
it's probably better than Eagles Chiefs. It probably
Yeah.
looks better.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like this, because the colors are so different and because the Rams have their thing, it low-key feels like a college matchup.
Yeah.
But we can go 2 here. I do think it is a little bit better than Eagles Chiefs.
I'm happy with that. That works out well.
Not the most inspiring, though.
This year's definitely is the worst though. That is, those goddamn patches, man, are quite terrible.
Yeah.
Next thing we're gonna do, we are gonna put every quarterback from the last 10 Super Bowls into a tier list. We have these tiers organized. GOAT, you carried them there. You were him when it mattered. Game manager, defense merchant, and dead weight.
Okay.
Actually, it's the last 11 Super Bowls because I included this year. So it's 11 years of Super Bowl quarterbacks. Got to rank them on this scale. Let's start. You want to start from the newest one or the oldest one?
Let's start oldest one.
Yeah.
Let's start
Work
as
our way
far
up.
back as we go. 2016, we have Peyton Manning and Cam Newton.
Mm.
Cam Newton, you carried
You
them.
carried them.
You carried them. The lack of
definition
supporting
of
a
that.
cast he had offensively,
Yeah.
generational carry job.
He had no wide receiver one at all. His running back one was Jonathan Stewart. Shout out to
Goat.
Greg Olson. The defense was fucking nasty, of course, but it was just him and him alone offensively.
Offensive tackles were getting assaulted every single play by DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller. It was
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah.
But he didn't jump on that ball. I was scared.
They're
It's
going to
okay.
lose regardless. You show him a loser, a sore loser, he's just going to show you a loser.
Mm.
Facts.
He did carry in there.
Peyton Manning in 2016 with his noodle arm getting there.
Game manager.
Low-key defense merchant.
Probably a defense merchant.
And the only reason it's
Wow.
not dead weight because he was still a genius and wasn't like fucking up.
Yeah.
But he was carried hard.
There's very clear reason why he retired right after that Super Bowl.
Like
go
he
defense
was,
merchant
he
for
was
him.
not above average in that year really whatsoever.
Mm.
Like the arm strength was non-existent, couldn't push the ball.
So at that point in time, you're just hoping that he just didn't turn it over.
Yeah, there was real debate on should they start their backup who played a couple games, Brock
That's
Osweiler.
sick. That's
There
sick.
was real debate should they let Brock Osweiler play the Super Bowl.
That's sick, man.
That's a crazy sentence to say for Peyton Manning.
Okay. Defense merchant, fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Honestly, definition of defense merchant. Like, there's never been a greater defensive merchant. 2017, we have Tom Brady and Matt Ryan off his MVP season.
Ooh, man, what a game.
Tom Brady, GOAT.
GOAT. Like, that's maybe his greatest game. Like, the fact coming back from 28-3, this is the definition of GOAT Super Bowl performance as a GOAT Super Bowl quarterback.
What do you want to do with Matt Ryan, though? You were him when it mattered.
But you weren't him when it mattered.
You weren't him when it mattered. You lost the game.
You can't call him a game manager.
You blew a 28-3 lead. We're not really only indexing on the Super Bowl, but I wouldn't say he carried. It was a very good offensive system, great weapons. He had Julio Jones. Devontae Freeman was a problem back then.
Game manager.
More than that,
He couldn't be a game manager.
you were him when it mattered. The one
Yeah.
year you guys had the team that was capable of winning and taking you as far as you can. You locked in. You played an MVP level. You were the best version of yourself.
Didn't he
year
win
you
the
needed to.
MVP that year?
He did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You were him when it mattered.
It's
Wasn't
not-
quite a carry
That
job.
is crazy that Matt Ryan has an MVP.
Yeah, because that one year he locked the fuck in and
Yeah.
he was him. That's the definition of you were him when it mattered for a calendar year. 2018, we got Nick Foles and Tom Brady.
Ooh.
Nick Foles, definition of you were him when it
Yes. This tears for him alone.
For one day. You get
No.
one more day.
for the run.
For the whole run, really.
For the whole run.
For the whole run, really.
Dude, he got a statue off this.
He's a statue?
Yes.
I don't even think I knew that. Somehow I missed that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's insane.
Does Tom Brady still go GOAT? Even though he lost to Nick Foles in the Super Bowl?
It's funny because he set the passing record for the Super Bowl.
I know.
Still a goat. Still a goat.
Still the GOAT.
Yeah, you kind of got to give it to him.
That is so crazy that to be one of the most productive games of all time and lose to Nick Foles. Like now it makes sense when you see it because Nick Foles was a god amongst men for that day.
Yeah.
But the sentence and that being attached is such a funny thing forever.
He had the one mistake.
Ah, that's a statue. Okay.
Yeah.
That's something I've never seen it.
Yeah. It's so crazy.
Shout out Nick Foles. You were him and it mattered. 2019. Jared Goff.
Dead weight.
Dead
Jared Goff
weight.
and Tom Brady.
Dead weight.
Yeah, you can't even say defense merchant because like you lost. Like,
Really? So it was like instead of 11-on-11, it was like 10-on-12 with them out there. Type
I mean,
shit.
listen, the Rams felt like it. The
Damn.
Rams felt like Jared Goff was dead weight. They literally had to attach picks to trade him away.
yes.
So
As a number one pick, that's crazy. Coming off the Super Bowl, that's crazy.
Damn, they said he with us when you're out there. That's
Yes.
insane.
yes, you could 3 points. This was one of the most high flying offenses ever. 3 points.
Damn.
No
Sean McVay
tutties.
took the league by storm.
No tutties.
Damn.
Crazy. And then Tom, all he had to do was
Go.
game manager. He had one drive where he was just like, Gronk, Gronk, Gronk. And then that's it. And then the defense carried out to
Do
this.
you want to give him game manager for this game?
Yeah,
Okay.
Or you were him and it mattered? Or just game manager?
game manager.
Now, obviously, it's Tom. I mean, are we doing it for the whole season or just the game? Because
I think it gotta be a
for
whole
this
conversation.
For this specifically, I'm going to say the game.
Tom Brady and game manager is such a funny thing
Come
to
on,
see.
man.
He can't always be the GOAT. It's okay.
He could.
He'll live.
I think we should put him in GOAT.
Why?
For the whole totality of the year.
Nah, man.
You just want to hate?
Yeah.
You can't let him get away with this.
He has no other opportunities to hate. You gotta throw him a bone. You gotta let him hate. It's like when you have an undisciplined big man, you gotta throw him a lob, let him get his touches so he feels good about himself and continues to play.
You know about that.
We gotta let him hate a little bit. We gotta throw him a bone, otherwise he'll get feral. He'll misbehave.
Misbehave.
2020, Jimmy Garoppolo and Patrick Mahomes.
Jimmy Garoppolo is, I'm sorry, Jared Goff. Move him up. Jimmy Garoppolo is dead weight.
It's really 10-on-12 with him out there.
Not defense merchant. Does that wait?
Dead weight.
Wow.
If I've ever seen it in a quarterback.
Yeah. Pretty tough.
Wow.
Pretty tough.
Shocking.
And Patrick Mahomes, 2020. GOAT. Not gonna lie, the GOAT tier. So when they're at their best, had their full myriad of weapons, you were watching special play.
The season, yes. In that specific Super Bowl too, though, you were him when it mattered. Because he had like 2 picks early on.
Yeah. Well, the whole list isn't just a Super Bowl. I know we did that for 2019.
We're going year?
Yeah, the whole year.
All right.
Do you want to move game manager up, or do you want to keep him there?
Nah, we're good.
Okay. Keep in mind, we're hating.
Come on, man.
Okay. 2021, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes was under siege in this game. Offensive line was hurt. Kicked the guard out to the left tackle.
Okay. I will say, we can move 2019 up. 2021 does have to be in like game manager.
For Brady?
He wasn't amazing. And especially in that run, he wasn't great.
Didn't he win MVP?
Not in 21.
Oh, was it 2020? When did he win MVP? What year was that? Because he won one with Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah, I think it was the year after. But that run wasn't great, though.
Okay. Maybe I'm misremembering, mixing up the years.
Or maybe I'm misremembering. What I remember about that run specifically is like in the NFC Championship game, he had 3 picks in the second half.
Yeah, in 2021, he won MVP.
In 3 picks. He had 3 picks there. And then even in the Super Bowl, like they literally did not have to do anything because they were never going to lose to the Chiefs in those tackles. Chiefs had 2 backup tackles in that Super Bowl. And so Mahomes was just like running for his life.
So where do you want to put Tom Brady?
I'm saying game man. Like that first year?
Game manager. For the entirety of the year or just that game? You can't fall into the same thing. You got away with it once, can't do it again.
Even the year, man. Like, it's not... One of these years, listen, Tom was not the GOAT every single one of these years. He has to be down here.
I think we can put him in the GOAT every single
Come on, yeah. I think he should be the GOAT.
Nah,
he should be the GOAT. You win...
He
whole new organization.
At least he was him when it mattered.
Yeah.
2020, his first year in Tampa, which they won, he did not win MVP.
Yeah, I was wrong with that.
Okay.
Yeah. It was whatever. Listen, it's a nice little calm 40-12 season, but like he was
calm 40-12,
whatever.
But however, no Pro Bowl, no All Pro, none of that. Where like the year after he was like, it clearly wasn't like the same Tom Brady.
Yeah. Oh, I if I remember correctly, the last year with New England too, it was a little dicey. People thought he was a little washed. Went to Tampa Bay, was good enough. Then the next year after that, he got revitalized.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "What the fuck is this Super Saiyan body?" Okay,
So game manager.
at least you were him when it mattered. It's Tom Brady.
Okay.
He wasn't him when it mattered.
All right, game manager. I guess you can keep hating on Tom Brady.
He did.
This is him.
No, but this is why I said we can move 2019 up. But like one of these versions.
Okay. 2021, Patrick Mahomes.
It's all go.
Go.
It's all go. I'm sorry.
He lost,
Hey man.
but he was still good at the time.
He was so good.
Is that sacrilegious to put the winner in game manager and the loser in GOAT? Now, he lost because the offensive line was horrible, was under siege. He said no chance. It was one of the most depressing games I've ever seen. Quarterback running for his life.
We're doing the whole year?
Yeah, whole year.
Whole year we have to go.
Okay.
Go.
2022. We got Joe Burrow and Matthew Stafford.
You carried them. Joe Burrow, you carried him for sure.
He low-key did.
He didn't, though, because the defense really stepped up in that playoff run. Ironically.
You were him when it mattered.
Yes, you got them there. But ironically, the defense, that was the year he got his best defensive performance by far. Coincidentally, the 1 year they were able to actually win some games because after that, it's been horrific. He definitely didn't carry them. But he played well. You were him when it mattered. Got them there.
Low-key game manager, but it's okay.
Come on, man.
The offense is way too predicated on Joe Burrow.
On the lowest.
Reading at the
they
line.
wasn't scoring like 28, 30 points a game. They were scoring like 19.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
Matthew Stafford, 2022. It's not really fair to say. You can't really say you carried them. It's a Sean McVay offense.
He was, you were him when it mattered.
Yeah, you came
That's
in.
perfect for him.
Well, you know when it mattered? It mattered as soon as they got you. They needed you to be him right away. Traded Jared Goff for you. You had to come in and dominate, and he did. He came in and did exactly what they needed to put them over the edge.
Yeah.
Especially compared to Jared Goff, he was him. 2023, Jalen Hurts versus Patrick Mahomes.
Game.
2023, Mahomes, you're still the GOAT.
Easily.
This is when he really became a cerebral too. No longer had the fastest receiver in the NFL. It was straight buddy ball, him and Travis Kelce reading each other's minds. Maybe even better than younger versions.
So where's Hurts going?
Game manager, obviously. Or no, defense merchant, clearly. Yeah, this year, we can give him game manager in the Super Bowl win, but for this one,
Come on.
Like,
Look at he was so disgusted.
Come on. Like,
What do you think he is?
I mean, he's higher than a defense merchant.
why? You know, you're right.
Because the offense was
You're right.
actually
In
lit
23,
this year.
the offense was better.
Yeah.
In 23, I think he was game manager. And with that being said,
24.
25, Jalen Hurts is defense merchant.
25 is the definition of you or him when it mattered.
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah, okay.
It is. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
2024. We have once again Patrick Mahomes, cerebral self versus Brock Purdy. Well, I feel like Brock Purdy is probably the definition of game manager, huh?
Yeah.
Low key, but Brock Purdy, they had mad moments that year where they had a lot of like comeback wins.
Yeah.
Purdy was doing his thing. Like low key, he was him when it mattered. He was doing it.
Is everybody him when it matters?
Is that how you get to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
You're just him when it mattered.
What is he more in the spirit of though? Because he definitely had moments that like I can see your logic, but he had more game manager moments, and it's a good game manager. It's not
Yeah.
a pejorative. Like the guy's in game manager right now. Like he's next to 2021 Tom Brady, which still feels insane. I can't believe it.
Then you see Jalen
'Cause
Hurts
he-
there
'cause he
too.
No, I
was.
get it. This is his own standard. I think Brock Purdy is clearly a game manager.
Fine.
He's a good game manager. Brady also had big moments.
It's not disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 2024, Mahomes just goated. Straight goat. 2025, Mahomes versus Jalen Hurts. I think 2025 Mahomes is you carried them. You
Yes.
got there. That's when Travis Kelce wasn't quite so dominant. The receiver room was terrible.
You're
the
right.
defense wasn't generational by any means.
They got exposed in the worst way. You're right.
Yeah, they shouldn't have even been there. He got them there. They won all those one-score games. They had no reason being there.
Okay.
Mahomes, we can do a lot with Jalen Hurts. He honestly fits in all three of these categories. Defense merchant, it's hard to say because the offense is also so good because of the running game. So it's Saquon
He's
plus
a
defense
merchant regardless, though. You're right.
He really is a merchant,
Yeah.
but he played well when it mattered in the Super Bowl. But he didn't have to do a whole lot. They beat the shit out of that team. So it's not like they like needed him to go Super Saiyan.
Game manager in between them all.
He really is a game manager and a defensive merchant.
You do game manager.
What's more fair? Because he's defense plus run game merchant in this season.
I think he's probably just a manager.
It's right in the middle.
Yeah, right in the middle.
He fits in all three. Go right in the middle.
Yeah.
Because he played well, but like didn't have to do a whole lot.
Like when you mattered, that tells me like obviously you won MVP or whatever, but like you really put on that entire year.
Yes, it tells you put the cape on at some point.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts never put the cape on.
Exactly.
He played well along with the whole team to beat the fuck out of the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Did his part, of course. Wasn't a hard part, you know. Like it's not like there wasn't a lot of adversity he put his way in that game.
Yeah.
So do you want to, by that logic, do you want to move up 23 of him when he finished second in MVP that year?
Do we move him up? What? He had a better year, definitely. But at his core, does what you were him when it mattered still make sense? Or is he just like the best version of his game manager self?
I mean, yes, but that's also kind of the definition of Matt Ryan too. Like that's I'm like
No.
Matt Ryan is like
I know. I see what you're saying.
right.
Yeah, he's better.
Yeah, it's
So-
different.
I don't know how to parse that. Maybe you're right, but that's a more Matt Ryan conversation to me than it is a Jalen Hurts conversation.
Let's keep
I
him a
don't-
game manager.
I think either way, we know Jalen Hurts is a game manager, and these are both good seasons that worked out for different reasons and put him in a good position to succeed. And he did his job,
Mhm.
so he's just a very good game manager that can win games.
Yeah,
with.
not a lot of people can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not really pejorative, you know. And now this season, Sam Darnold and Drake May in 2026.
Drake May, you carried them.
You carried
Yes.
them. You're getting MVP votes because your team was not supposed to be this good, and here we are. Keyshawn Booty Renaissance.
You guys had a one and done head coach last year.
Damn.
One of the worst situations in the NFL. Tom Brady was smiling from ear to ear, saying, "Yeah, they need me. They can never do it without me."
He's psycho.
And Drake May said, "Nah, I'm here.
Won 14
I saved the
games.
day."
Sam Darnold.
You or him when it mattered, probably.
He's played well. Probably just game manager though.
Nah, dude. These last
He's playing good.
Well-
but defense is winning the games, and like he's playing good, but like
I don't know if he's game.
not line it up.
Bro, if he didn't perform the way he did against the Rams, they would have lost. Like he played the best game of his life,
Yeah.
but it was just for a singular game. He still leads the NFL in interceptions, so it's like,
He was under pressure at all in that game. They protected him well. Picked on a shitty secondary. Like I'm not taking anything away from him, but I feel like we said, you were him and it mattered. You put the cape on at some point.
Yeah.
I feel like Sam Darnold just like didn't shit the bed, and people kind of like held it against him, expecting him to shit the bed. He just like played normal, and everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did go.
He played good. He played good.
Yeah.
But
In
like,
the NFC Championship game, that was one of those games where it's like legitimately like you're like out here doing it.
no, he
Yeah.
definitely played good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he didn't.
Yeah. For the rest of the year, probably game manager.
Yeah. So, okay, we can do game manager.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All these game managers are good. Like, you don't make the Super Bowl unless you're a good game manager.
Yeah. All these game managers are what, like at worst, top 13, 12 quarterbacks?
Yeah.
What would you say?
Sure.
In their like respective years?
Sure. I don't know where it would rank Brock Purdy in 2024.
Yeah.
So that's the hard one. I don't know. He was such a weird discourse
Mm-hmm.
person at that time, trying to like figure out how good he is.
Mhm.
Now we've all kind of, there's been several years of it we know. I also think he's better now. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything we feel bad about, you want to change?
I feel decent.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with this.
Yeah,
2021 Brady's still strange to me, but I get it compared to the other Brady years. It just feels weird to have all the Mahomes up there, but not all the Brady's up there. But it is older. It's older Brady.
We know what it is.
Understood.
Okay, another.
And that's the end of our
perfect
tier
segment.
list. Look at that.
TD3
Perfect.
tier list.
Next thing we are going to do, we're going to play the forehead game, where we do what we always do. We try to see who can guess their NFL player first. But we're going to do it with coaches. We have a bunch of coaches that Andrea picked out that are in this basket that we're going to pull from and see who can guess their coach first.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Not gonna lie, Donovan. I've been needed to tinkle so bad for the last like hour.
Hold it.
I'm so close to like exploding, bro. Now when I do explode, do I aim left or right?
Over there.
He has
obviously.
glasses, windshield wipers on his face.
That's what I'm saying. Over there.
You have a hoodie. You have protection too.
Nah.
Which way should I go? I don't know.
Yeah, I'd rather be at the splash zone regardless. So you guys know how this works. We're putting on our headbands.
Let's do it.
That is kind of crazy that you were like basically asking who wants to get a golden shower.
There's no basically. He was just asking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, who won it?
Okay. So we're gonna do this now.
It's crazy.
We're gonna draw our names. Don't look at the screen so you can't see your thing. Here you
Who
go.
won it?
Pass it around.
I'm having a hard time putting this on my head, man.
Just loop it into your ears.
Big old head.
Listen, man. I'm trying
Just
my
tuck it into your ears
best.
like the do-rag.
Dude, I can't do it.
There you go. Yeah, you can. Okay.
Encouragement.
There you go. Perfect.
You got it?
We gotta get you back.
The correct way?
Right way?
Yes, you guys are good.
It's falling on my ears. Oh, there we go.
I gotta get you a custom one
All right, there
for
we go.
that noggin.
Cranium.
There we go.
Okay,
I'm surprised it fit on your head.
let's see who can guess their NFL player first. I mean, coach.
Bro, hold it up.
Okay, on God, I have no idea who this is yet. I have zero clue who this is.
Okay.
That was so fucking funny. Gotta put that in the intro. That. Okay.
Is my coach actively coaching right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Did my coach just get a new job?
What is just
Like with part of this new coaching cycle?
Nope.
Damn.
Did my coach coached his team for 3+ years?
Nope.
Nope. Not right now.
Ooh.
Is my coach an offensive coach?
Yes.
Okay.
Is my coach bald?
Nope.
Fuck.
Is
That'd been real helpful if he was
I
bald.
know. Damn it.
Full head of hair.
is my coach a boy genius?
Yeah, I kind of.
Yeah.
Is my coach under 50 years old?
Yes.
Ooh, I got a young offensive mind. Okay.
Okay. Is my coach considered young?
No.
No.
Fuck.
Well, for coach, no, just no. I guess
He's
not.
not. No, he's not considered young.
Hmm.
Did my coach play in the league?
I don't think so.
No. Hope it's not disrespectful.
He said, let's be honest with him now. We don't need to mislead. Okay. Has my coach ever been to the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Has my coach won one?
No.
Damn.
Nope. Sorry, bud.
Got a buzzer in my head.
Has my coach My coach coached in a conference championship game in the last 3 years.
No.
Okay.
Had to think about that one. Okay, so my coach is an offensive coach that has been to the Super Bowl. He's young. Is my coach good?
It's all right.
He's all right.
Yeah.
Do you think my coach is a good coach?
It's all right.
Do you think my coach is a good coach?
Answer the question.
Is that right? Sometimes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a hunch.
See, I was gonna ask the black head coach question, but there's only like
It's about two.
1 or 2 or something like that.
They're
One
both
really.
about to be.
Fire the question off. Go ahead.
Yeah, fuck it. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. This is a tough ass question. Okay.
Just do it.
I mean, you can nail it down to 2 options.
Yes. Swing for the
now.
fences.
Nah, man.
You got to do it though. Hail Mary before I guess mine.
Wow, that's really only 2. It's 2 and
Wait,
Saleh holding it down.
Damn.
That's insane. man.
What is Saleh? Is he like Egyptian or something?
Lebanese.
Lebanese. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Is my head coach? Is he defensive minded?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Um,
Defensive minded head coach.
has my coach won? You know, is my coach an offensive coach?
He is an offensive coach.
Okay.
Thought you already asked that.
No.
Oh no, you asked if he's a genius, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
we're genius.
We don't call defensive coaches boy geniuses.
I had to know.
Does my coach wear green?
We're what?
Green?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck.
You better get your coach.
Fuck.
You better figure this out.
Okay. Shit, man.
Hail Mary. You should probably guess.
That's what I'm doing. Defensive minded coach. He's not bald. Probably white. And he's kind of old as well. We're the old defensive minded coaches.
We got to decide
in
where the
league
line is
right
for
now.
old for coaches. I don't know.
It's
Well,
it's
if he's
it's
like-
a very like
if he's not,
spiritual,
like,
do you
young-
feel old?
Yeah, if he's not like mad young, then I think there's
Yeah, he's not
whatever.
mad young.
Okay, yeah. Okay, exactly. If he's not like in his 30s or like early 40s, I think he'd be considered old.
Okay. He's not young by any means, but he's
yeah.
not like Pete Carroll.
Okay, too. Is this Dan Campbell?
That is not Dan Campbell.
Is this Mike McDaniel?
That is Mike McDaniel. Is this Nick Sirianni?
Yeah.
I could have guessed it last time and got it first. God damn it. I was toying with y'all. I could have won so easy.
Shit.
Yeah.
I've been new.
One last guess. Is this Dave Canales?
No. Mike Vrabel. See, he's like middle age. He's not old or young. He's a very
not old.
standard age coach.
Yeah, damn. I wish I would have got this.
Running back.
Round number 2. Pull it out.
Fuck.
Yeah. Once you said like, oh come on, he never played. Then I was like, all right, who fits that archetype?
Yeah, you gave it away so easy. This guy's a bitch.
Exactly. I'm sorry. That was baffled.
Unathletic fuck.
I was like, man, you ever seen that video where people troll? It's like one of the troll accounts and they show some dude who was in a destroying video and he looks like Mike McDaniel who's just doing people up. You ever seen that?
Yeah. Yeah, like on a white
For
shirt.
2 seconds, I thought that was
Yeah.
him.
Okay. Is my coach currently in the NFL?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Is my coach, has he won something meaningful over the last 5 years?
No.
Nope.
Damn. It's resounding no. Shit.
Nope.
He
Not
hasn't
even
won
close.
shit.
Is my coach a defensive coach?
He is a defensive coach.
All right.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Is my coach black?
No.
Limited 2 of the 32. I'm in there.
Did my coach, is he currently let me ask a different question actually. Does my coach have a lineage in the NFL? Brothers, or is he like father in the league who's playing
right
in the past?
now, no.
Right now, but just in general, does he have lineage?
I'm going to say no. Technically, yes. It was not what you're thinking about.
Yeah. It's not the tree you're thinking about.
Mm.
All right. So defensive coach. Has my coach coached in a Super Bowl, including this year?
In Super Bowl, including this year, yes. Fuck. All right. So now he has the easiest guess in the world. God damn it.
We don't have much to grasp on, man.
Okay, so I just gotta pull some shit and hope I get
Fuck.
extremely lucky. What did I ask? Okay, I know he's not black.
You have nothing. You asked the worst possible question.
I have a current coach that's not black. If I get
Yes.
this right, I'm goaded. There's 29 options here. I'm gonna go with my heart.
You have nothing.
Is it Jim Harbaugh?
No. Okay. Walk with me. This coach is a loser. He hasn't won anything meaningful in the last few years. Who are the losers in this league? There's a lot of them. And he has a job. Okay. Is this... I was going to say, is this KOC?
No, you didn't ask me as a job.
Oh, you don't have a job?
Is this Mike McDonald?
Yes, it's Mike McDonald.
No.
Okay, we have one more guess for redemption to try to tie. I know it's not Jim Harbaugh.
I'm on it today.
You didn't laugh, so I don't think it's John Harbaugh. Because you would have been like, oh, so close.
Mm. Oh, I know who this is.
So there's 28 coaches I can think of
You
now.
don't know who it is.
You don't know shit. 28 coaches I can pull from. Is this Ben Johnson?
Nope.
Fuck.
Mike Tomlin.
Nope. Pete Carroll. Who do I got? Sean McVay. Damn.
The other boy. genius.
Okay. Damn. Okay. You asked the exact questions. Damn, it was too short.
Damn.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was too easy. All right, round 3. Let's do one more time because Donovan got that one way too easy. Good.
Yep.
Damn it. Defensive coach in the Super Bowl. And we already did the other one.
Yeah.
Not fair.
God. I'm picking it up. Oh, wait, no. Sorry.
You're good. Facing the wrong way now. There you go. Oh, let's go. Okay.
Okay.
Is my coach top 10 in the NFL right now?
No.
No.
Okay.
Sadly, no.
Not him?
No.
Not him at all. Okay.
Okay. Is my coach in shape?
I don't think so.
Does he look like Dan Campbell? Does he look like Rob Saleh?
No, he's not ripped.
Damn.
A
Little chunky.
little bit.
Is my coach a top 5 coach in the league right now?
Not in my opinion.
No. Probably not. No.
Maybe somebody would argue it, but I doubt it.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Certainly not consensus. Is my coach black?
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm so lucky. 2 out of 32.
Well, fuck.
Y'all better get to guessing, motherfuckers.
Well, fuck.
And this is why you asked the question, you know?
The gun is in his hand.
You're swinging for a home run.
Fuck. Okay.
Winners win. Every gambler is one step away from breaking rich.
Okay, so the only question
one bet
I
away.
asked,
One bet away.
I got an out of shape coach.
You do.
Who are these big coaches? Who be waddling down the sideline?
You could really snipe me. That'd be crazy.
I don't. Okay, big head coach. There's not a lot of big head
Keep
coaches.
in mind, you can ask another question. I have a 50-50 chance.
Nah,
so
fuck that. No, you don't have a 50-50 chance. You don't.
I actually can only think of one. Who's the second one? Oh, I do know the second one.
Who be waddling down the sideline just like making plays? And is respected too. There's not a lot of. Never mind. Oh, fuck. If I don't get this right now, it's raps.
You are. Go ahead, ask your question. Actually, take your guess. Please.
Pull the trigger.
Has he I can't just say it.
You ain't a real killer.
I can't just say it. Has he won anything meaningful? Wait, what'd you say?
No, he's quoting a movie.
Fuck, who are these big head coaches? I only think of like Brian DeBall for some reason. He's not a head coach.
Brother.
Say
Take
a
a
name.
guess now.
Fuck.
I'm giving you 8 seconds.
Give me 8 seconds.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
man.
3, 2.
Okay. Has he won a Super Bowl in the last 4 years?
Yes.
Ooh, shit.
Oh, that just to answer that stupid question.
So easy.
Yes. Ooh.
All right, so kind of on the line, top 5, whatever. Is this Dan Campbell?
That is not Dan Campbell.
Mm-mm.
Is this D'Amico Ryans?
No,
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
I have a black coach that's not D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah, I'm so serious.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about D'Amico. There's 3 in the league.
Oh, shit.
We got D'Amico, Todd Bowles, and Aaron Glenn.
There we go.
Wow.
We got 3.
There's no way Aaron Glenn's on my fucking head. There's no fucking way.
He was the one
There's
in
no
my
way
head.
she picked Aaron Glenn. There's no fucking way.
is
Nah, man,
this.
she been watching film.
In the lab watching Aaron Klint. Watching what film?
Tyranny.
She's
Like, was it World War II footage?
She's breaking down their defense.
God damn, that's so disgusting.
So this is why they got no picks.
He won something meaningful and he's big.
You better win right now. You better go fast. You better win right now.
This is the Walrus. This is the one and only.
This is the
The
Walrus.
head coach of head coaches.
You got it. It's Andy Reid.
I'm gonna take another guess. I'm gonna say.
Yes, finally. I got something.
I'm going to say Jim Harbaugh.
That is not Jim Harbaugh. This is Mike Tomlin.
Yes.
Gotta be. There's
Yeah.
no way it's Aaron
Yeah,
Glenn.
who's this? That's fair.
Yes, Tom
You think
Brady.
anyone will call him a top 10, top 5 coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, Denver,
some people might.
a Denver fan.
They also they just got to the AFC Championship
Yeah,
game.
it's
Like,
not
yeah.
preposterous.
It's not preposterous, but I think he's probably closer to 10.
The Walrus is nuts.
The Walrus is
He-
funny.
As soon as you said big and we said yes,
Yeah.
your immediate should have been, oh, this is Andy. He's the
Yeah.
poster boy for big head coaches. Nah, he's the poster. He's the one. Like he's the Michael Jackson of big head coaches.
Yeah, you should have known like right away. You should have known instantly.
That guy in Pittsburgh is there now too.
Oh, McCarthy.
Yeah.
Either way, you should have known this anyway. You're talking about waddling and all this shit. You should have picked the Walrus. Now, with that being said, that is the end of this episode. If you're still here, appreciate you sticking around. Stay tuned for next week when we react to the Super Bowl. Get started on the off-season content. Should be a fun episode.
Hell yeah.
And we'll see y'all a week from today.